So.
Am I? Am I back?
Yes, you are back.
No.
So, like I say, we ended the session with Malik being in the sky, as well as in everyone's mind at the same time. He suddenly disappeared from the sky after declaring war. We have Chaos in the cave who just sent the message off, and with a message that was private to her, the final piece has been revealed. The rest of you saw Malik appear, disappear. Those at camp, you were chilling, you were having a nice, lovely day, and then suddenly Malik appeared, spoke directly into all your heads, and disappeared. And by the way, for the sake of Kitten here, you're a Dragon Knight. You've studied dragons. The dragon that Malik was standing upon, you would recognize, since we now have access to the Dragonlance book now, as a deaf dragon.
Boom, boom, boom.
By the way, has everybody updated their books?
I did it for all you already.
I think I did it when you said it in.
I said it to a bunch of people, but since then I've went to everyone's sheets and manually ticked it for everyone, so everyone's got Dragonlance content now.
Thanks, Adam.
So we will
Thanks, Adam.
we will pick up with pretty much where we left off. Chaos in a cave.
Oh no. Okay. So I sent a message after I buried everyone and said I want to pray. That's it what I do. So basically Alda just drops on her knees, grabs her medallion that had she with her holy symbol, and she just starts praying.
Okay.
Basically asking for help.
Please don't pray to Malik.
Don't hurt the lady. Shush.
Okay. The group that exit the cave. So, everyone that's not Chaos, Trevor, or Caitlin.
Okay, just looking up at wherever he was, and now he's gone.
Pretty much like central, like if you were to go straight down from where he appeared in the sky, it'd be Crescent Isle.
Yeah, I'm just going to be like, deal with you later. Sabrina! You finally learned magic!
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my ego.
How you do that exactly? I've met a lot of people who said I've never seen someone just summon wings. But give them my...
So you've never met a fallen Azamar?
No. They have... I've never met someone who summons wings that have all their spells on their wings.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, after they appeared, Lilu said, and I quote, a spell book fit for a Draconite. I guess in desperation after my sword broke, something happened with that dragon and it finally opened up my ability.
Who's a good magical dragon? Yes, you are.
I'm literally just gonna walk up and flick him on the nose, like, down dog.
Does it take any bludgeoning damage?
No. It's a flick.
Turn around.
I take 1 point of emotional damage.
She's not Lady Tsunade from Naruto, where she'll flick you into a mountain.
The moment she flicks you, you disappear because we are low level against high level person. We just vanish.
Just looks at Kitten and goes, holy shit, you're a Dragonite? Oh my god, you're a new Pokemon. Let's get a Pokeball and capture you. She's fully evolved.
It's gonna be one of those sessions, I see.
Yes, it's gonna be one of those sessions.
With me, it always is.
I'm just basically looking down at my hands, trying to comprehend everything, because in the moment, she was just doing whatever she could to save her ass, her dragon's ass, and her team's ass. So she hasn't even had the full chance to sit down and comprehend everything.
Okay. Briefly, let's go to the team at camp. What's happening with you after seeing Malik appear and disappear in the sky?
the flip did they do now?
Oh, God. Well, whatever they've done, they pissed them off.
They really freaking did. They better be alive so I can kill them.
Oh, okay.
You see, as you see the trader kind of run over to you, the one that, like, promised the sword. Do you know what the fuck was that in my head? Do you know what's going on?
You know that Tiamat thing? Yeah, that's to do with him.
You see him just turn around briefly, kind of go to his carriage, just pulls out, like, a small, like, kind of, like, rucksacky thing. Just throws at you. Fucking have it. You're saying to do that, I don't want it. It's yours. No.
Okay, so we're going to take a sword. Are we going to go find them, Shay?
I want... Yeah, let's go find them.
Let's go find them, okay.
That's how we get free loot. Panicking.
Don't worry, I got us. Alright, let's go!
Right, you
Yes,
still
let the magic
remember that
carry it.
Mindle and Murdy are still in there.
That's fine.
They're fine. We'll be back for them.
I was going to suggest if you wanted to even just grab Mindle and Murdy, put the
You're
stuff
not
in
here.
there.
We are doing this on a whim.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you start the venture out towards him. Are you all still walking back towards camp?
Yes. Well, I mean, have you...
I was about to say, after walking for maybe about 5 minutes, Bartholomew would have definitely noticed that Eldon's not caught up yet.
Yeah, as goes as you walked out of a cave yet.
It's a good question.
Just turn around.
Tell you what,
Let me go get her.
I will say, real quick, Chaos, roll me a d20. On anything from anything from a 1 to a 10, you're having a mental breakdown in the cave. Anything above a 10, and anything above a 10, you're barely holding it together and walking out the cave shaking. You are walking out this cave shaking, barely holding it together.
I go back for Eldon, and as I see her walking, I see her shaking like fuck. I run over.
Even her walking is slower.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
even
I
slight.
run over.
Look on the face of just pure shock of, what have I done?
And be like, what the fuck happened? Why did we... I heard something in my head. I think everybody heard everything. The same shit that I heard in my head. What the fuck's going on? And why does it look like you're about to fall to your knees?
Did Paladin not see Malik?
No, he will
No, the
have.
Paladin would have seen Malik. He was outside with us.
Yeah.
Everyone saw and heard him.
Yes.
Everyone heard him, not everyone saw him. If you were outside, you saw him.
True.
we
look at her-
saw Malik up in the sky. We all heard him in our heads. The fuck happened?
I made a big mistake.
What?
And tears dripping down. I sent him a message.
What do you mean you sent him a message?
Oh my gosh, she swiped right on Tinder.
You're not here. Imagine you know someone from the moment you are a child,
Yes.
and
What?
suddenly you learn that he's evil. Would you, or you hear that he's evil? Would you trust that? When you know someone from the moment you're small to your 20s, would you trust people that say he's evil with no facts?
Technically, no, because people change over time.
I did that because I didn't.
I'm guessing he's going to be Abby.
Mother,
Right, okay. We're just gonna stop for now. You look like you're about to freaking keel onto your knees.
Take
my
Malik
arm,
said
let's
to
get back to
me that the final piece has itself revealed to me. I may the reason why a war is breaking out.
Right, we can figure this out later. Let's regroup. I actually take Eldon underneath me, over my arm.
Oh, you
Over my arm. So right, let's get back before you keel over.
At this moment, go on. You can.
Yeah, no. She just cries. Like always.
At this moment, for you, Soul, well, as you're kind of walking, everyone slows down slightly to a point where it's a complete standstill. One of the trees in front of you. Out comes what you recognize to be the Dark Half, the one you've changed into as the necrotic sword. As being summoned. Best get your group together. Answers. And he just kind of points behind you. As you turn around to look, you see the silhouette, shadowy figure of presence in this world that is Bahamut. And in all the times you've seen him, never like this. The only way to describe the ominous aura that you are looking at is fear, as well as anger. The world suddenly goes back to normal.
You okay, Saul?
So, this might sound weird, but
Okay, listen.
It's been a weird day.
We, this group is nothing but weird. How can it get any weirder?
The dark half that's inside me, I just saw in the forest. We're being summoned. We're to get our entire group together.
And who is summoning us?
And when I turned around, I saw the silhouette of someone you all very well know. I saw Bahamut. Not like he normally is, though. He looked scared, but also angry.
We're gonna die. Got it.
I love the reaction of Sabrina.
By this point,
Sabrina knows. By heart.
yeah. By this point, Argo and Eldon have caught up to the group.
And Eldon just looks like everything left her face blank, just crying, shaking.
Eldon? What happened?
The mistake.
You came back with Argo. Of course you made a mistake.
Wow.
Big R is on a saucy roll right now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I had a bit of fudge. I'm hyper. Okay. I had a bit of fudge. I'm hyper.
By the way, Big R,
enough fun is good.
Big R, did Small R say it or just you as the player? That has to be asked.
Small, big beard.
And she looks at you. I'm the reason Malik did this announcement.
What do you mean?
That would also be the reason why I just got contacted.
Before we continue,
Let's go from Argo and positions herself a little bit away from, a little bit outside to the group, still at the group, but away. The best way to explain it, I sent him a message. Because I sadly still couldn't believe that the symbol of light and good turned evil. And I got a message back shortly before the bigger one that states the last piece has revealed itself. I am the reason this may happen now. I'm so sorry.
Sabrina's going to drop everything, run over, and hug her. And
while you're running, Eldon just backs off.
Oh no, you ain't getting out of this shit.
Constrictor snake mode.
Fucking the constrictor tail comes out, wraps around you. And Sabrina is just going to whisper, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault.
It is! If I
Listen,
didn't send the message, it would be so much easier.
hear me out, okay? Malik has been planning for a very long time on this. He was probably going to do it regardless if you messaged him or not. This is something he's already been in the works for.
I concur, although I do have one request. Next time you're going to give a message to Big Evil Bastard, can you please inform the rest of the party before you do it?
For
Don't-
me, in my heart, he still was a being of light, a being of goods, even if he did bad. I didn't know he would do this.
You didn't trust other people's words, and kudos for that. Sometimes things need to be seen for yourself to
I'm sorry, I'm
understand.
sitting here laughing. I'm just imagining this lovely fancy world of spells and magic like Aragon and someone going, kudos. Like, just imagine Lord of the Rings and you've got flipping as Legolas. Kudos on that shot!
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna count as one.
But, Eldon, you cannot blame yourself on this. One way or another, this was going to start. If,
I'm gonna go.
by all means, we can figure it out.
Get you.
The only thing that I know is when he appeared up in the sky,
He did what?
he appeared up in the sky, almost like a vision of himself casting that message to everybody. But it wasn't just him. He was on top of a death dragon.
Let me check out his notes. And what is a Death Dragon? What are its weaknesses? What does it do?
Guess the next words are DM!
Classic for all of you.
So this Death Dragon, is it American Sign Language or British Sign Language?
Deaf as in like dead.
I know, but I have to make the joke. Okay.
I think it's more
DM, you
magical.
wanna go to the...
Yes, I'm gonna.
Yours on a roll, yeah.
No. We're not counting that one for one reason. He made the same joke when I looked up the Death Dragon a couple of days ago. We're not counting that one.
Wasn't here for that, so he can
Yeah,
do
it
it.
counts.
Wait.
Will you DM me the specs of a death dragon so I can roleplay it out?
Yo,
I will
just
tell
DM.
you the one crucial bit of information while you read the rest.
Okay.
Its breath. If it puts you unconscious with its breath, being a medium or smaller humanoid, it will bring you back as a zombie to serve under him. That is the main thing I'm going to tell you right now while I DM you the rest of it.
Seriously.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what next?
With that being said, I'm just, as I'm being bombarded by questions from the Inquisitor.
As Bartholomew asks, what exactly is a Death Dragon? At that moment, both Hart and Shay kind of come as like get to the point where you can see them in the forest. So they use here the question of a Death Dragon.
What the fuck's a death dragon?
What I want to
What
know.
the heck did we just miss?
You also all see Shay tightly holding on
Shay.
to this bag clearly in the shape of a sword.
I'm going to unbind my
Bartholomew is
tail.
visibly annoyed at seeing this sword and just drops the bag of severed ears. What am I supposed to do with these?
Well,
So yeah,
apparently,
what are you doing?
apparently whatever you guys did in Zamalek in the sky, you just give us the sword. As soon as we tied them.
Well,
Yeah,
Well,
he threw
guys,
this at
there's
us
not
and then
just
ran.
Malik to deal with anymore.
I'm going
Someone
to
wants to see
unbind my
us.
tail from Eldon and kind of release her.
Elden
Okay.
just drops on her knees and still is crying, still is in her emotional breakdown moments again.
I just walk
severed
over
ears
to
away from
Lucian.
the crying woman.
I walk over to Lucian and go, where have we been summoned?
You feel a presence around your necklace happening. You feel a
Your
presence.
necklace, it looks fucked up. What's going on?
So it doesn't look different to anyone else. Specifically, so like
I'm
you feel
feeling something, right?
like almost if you were to concentrate some magic on it, something might happen type thing.
Right, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on it like I would when I summon my swords or something.
thanks for the
Like
warning.
same type of magic.
Yeah, the group's
He-
Elden's still
some of-
crying.
along the way. Okay,
What I just say about important decisions and informing the group. Oh yeah.
so
Teleport away.
as you focus in, all of a sudden, black and white energy releases from it and wraps around the group like a barrier, and in a blink of an eye, it all comes back into the necklace, and you're all kind of like you'll recognize this as the place where, as you watched Saul fight, mountain areas and stuff like that, kind of like this inner world type deal.
God.
But standing in front of you all is a big platinum dragon.
Elden instantly positioned down and
Well, there's your answer.
She's just like hugging onto Eldon's neck, going, "The fuck?"
How is Lilu
You-
this is a
reacting to
god. This is a god.
So
Oh,
Lilu feels comfort, like feel comfort in the presence that this is Bahamut, but can tell Bahamut's giving off this vibe right now that
So
you know that type of
Lucian,
thing where a kid knows they've been naughty. That's kind of how Lilu's feeling, but at the same point doesn't understand why because she hasn't messed up.
so Lucian?
Huh?
Lucian?
Yes.
The
Why
other
is there big angry dragons in your world?
the other thing to know.
This one's not just a big angry dragon. This one's it's Lord Alistair.
Yeah, the other thing to know, when you see Bahamut as his platinum dragon form, a small memory of your previous life hits you, just of him. A tear comes down your eye. Down your cheek, sorry.
Detect magic.
I was really looking for Shay to go, Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. No, brother.
I'm not waiting for you to be blinded for this entire world is pretty much made of magic.
I'm
Your inner
basically
world is
going
fucked.
to drop to one knee how I would always present myself to Lord Alistair, and I'm gonna gesture Lilu to bow her head.
Elden on the knees, head on her hands, and
I'm just looking at this
Okay,
dragon
looking
like,
over,
oh,
like-
shit. And then I just get down on one knee going as well. I'm sorry, what happened?
I get my pipe out and I start smoking.
I just love this idea. Everyone's just like, fucking pray, don't kill us. And you're just like, you're a dragon, huh? Oh, no.
I'm still standing as well.
I'm also still standing.
I
but
can
I'm gonna
examine him and see
bow.
what magic he's given off.
I'll do a bow.
You kind of
Sort
watch
of like we're doing
with the
chords.
magic coursing through his entire body. You watch as the magic, when you see the magical aura of him, and everyone else kind of watches this dragon slowly change. And instead of being the platinum dragon in front of you, he's transformed himself into Lord Alistair.
So when were you a big dragon?
Elden would mumble.
So who spoke to him?
but the mumble gets louder with, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's, as
we
it's on the
all
play, and
point
you
to
just
Eldon.
hear it.
We just all
I literally
No,
take my
no.
pipe out of my mouth and just point over.
What the fuck happened?
Take a guess.
I won't point at her. I'll just like look over in the general direction.
Yeah, and Eldon just starts saying louder, I'm sorry. Not a yell louder, but louder. So it's not a mumble anymore.
You're getting louder and louder and louder. And then just all of a sudden you hear, for a brief moment of a loud voice, I told you to contact me when it was safe. I've been waiting. I told you to use the necklace. You were with a group of people that could have easily helped you figure it out.
I then stand. I'm sorry, my lord. We were all out of the cave. Eldon wished to pray to send the following. We had no idea that she would try to reach out.
The fault lies with you alone, Eldon. I told you to contact me. I would have been able to tell you it was not safe to again touch him. Suppose at this point, as can't hide it from the world that he exists now. So I best keep you all up to date. Best way to help this world. Just put on the fast track to war.
Were we not already at war, Alistair?
We were in war secretly. Keeping the world calm and peaceful, like I have done since I arrived here. I'm the reason the last war stopped. I've done my utmost best to keep it that way by secretly leading this country behind the scenes.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Fuck's sake.
Go for it.
27.
He is 100% telling the truth. As I told you
really
all,
had to doubt the man?
at
Like,
this point, when I told you, no one knows the reason why the war stopped, Alistair is the reason.
Eldon's still looking down, not looking up. Before the bigger announcement, he said to me that the last piece finally revealed itself.
Yes. I suppose you should probably know what that means. Let's start. Beginning. You've all probably heard a tale via stories one way or another about how my sister sacrificed herself to seal my other sister Tiamat.
I've
We
heard
might-
the story ever since I was a kid.
Managed to contain her power into 6 orbs. And to keep her away from the source of any form of dragon power, we took those orbs away. Away from Draconia and brought them here. So that way no one that would be fully interested in dragons as from that land would try and resummon her. That ritual came with another form of key. That key is one of the ways to unleash Tiamat from said orbs. And he kind of waves a hand real quick, and you just watch as a spectral image you completely recognize as the gem that's inside of you, Eldon. These gems have a lot more than just have the ability to enhance someone. They also secretly hold the power of reawakening. Like that city full of gems. That gem is also a nice little key into said city. It's also a key to unlock. As he kind of flicks his hand and suddenly holds the white orb that was in your bag of holding. These orbs.
So, we got Steven's universe.
Yeah, we got Steven Universe now.
I've never watched Steven's Universe.
Now you need to watch it.
Yeah, now we need to watch it.
I watched a couple episodes and hated it, so never watched it.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, season 1, understandable. Season 2 upwards, you need to watch.
Yes.
So,
I'm going to stand up and kind of like bring Lilu's head closer to me. Lord Alistair, if I may speak,
Certainly.
please take no disrespect to my words. But even you yourself could know that at any moment, Malik would have done this anyways.
Yes. Would have indeed done it anyway.
So
When we were prepared a bit more for it.
So solidly putting the fault on Eldon shouldn't be the cause at the moment.
7.7's fucking loud as hell.
We don't talk about
Fuck off, you're in me, Draconia! This is my time!
Hey, Lucian, when did they get
Wrong dragon.
birds in this place?
You're fucking louder.
We
don't
knew
talk
you
about
would
my
be this
dragon.
silver dragon, but I
Lucian, your
didn't
inner
think
world
you'd
is
get it
very
that
advanced.
much metal.
We don't talk about my dragons, okay?
It would have happened regardless, yes. But
Okay, so can you really fault somebody for not believing the words of another?
no, I cannot fault that. What I do fault is when I told you clearly, message me when safe. And use the necklace to do so.
It was a spur of the moment thing. She had a second to herself and wasn't fully thinking everything all the way through. Which is understandable in cases of hard stress or complete bewilderment.
Well, there's a war coming now. War that I did not want to have to face. As of recent events.
Recent events? Are they
Undoubtedly, sir, I understand. And you can fully rely on us. I have done nothing but serve you my entire life.
I
And I
suppose
will continue.
he kind of flicks as I kind of close his hand with a flick of the wrist, the orb disappears. You may have that back as well as this one. Flicks, and the red orb is in front of you now.
Is this a real one or a fake one?
This is the real one. We've been keeping it safe as we didn't know where he had eyes. Rest of the orbs are hidden within the academies. That's their main purpose that both me and Granny came up.
Ready, meet the defenders for the orbs.
She was holding on to the white one. Yes?
Mr. Lord Alistair, sir, yeah, so I got told recently that I am the reincarnation of the Moon Maiden, but not fully there yet. Is there any way that I can be fully in help?
That you will have to discover on your journey. It's not for me to tell, otherwise it will break the fate that Granny has seen.
Not even like a hint of next step. Just a little hint.
The only thing I know of any step further is located on Crescent Isle.
So that's our next...
Noted.
Our next thing would be another academy to find
You
another
don't
orb.
have paper.
Shut up.
To fully update you all, so you're all aware of what you're going into, Malik already has 2 orbs.
Okay. We have two, don't we?
So it's
Yes.
a run for the loss.
But he has learned to harness his orbs. Something I hope yous never do, them being pure evil. He has control of every chromatic dragon. He has the power to turn people into chromatic dragons. And as of recently, he has learned how to mutate people as draconic soldiers, as well as been stealing as metallic eggs and mutating them. I've been watching my kin be stolen. I've been watching them be I've been watching them be mutated. And I've been watching them forced to fight as their children have been taken away. This is a fight this world is not ready for, and you may have to fight many, many of your own kind, Dragon Knight. As it won't be long now that he's declared war, where he'll be calling for those that wish to not be slaughtered to fight by his side. Find this world can be very divided.
Oh, the battle of evil still continues, but the war of Malik has just begun.
To the public, yes.
I know how divided this world can be. Just watching how Lilu has grown in the different places we visited.
Oh yeah, this world is completely divided. Look at the gate dwarf, I can't even get laid.
He had a chance. He had a chance.
I mean, you could say the same for Heart over here, but, you know, I'm sorry.
Oof.
That was my fault. We put him on a lead. We put him on a lead. That was my fault.
So,
I suggest
Lord
that...
Alistair,
One.
if, with your guidance then, I take it our next destination would be investigate the situation of Crescent Isle.
Only thing I can say, for many tasks before you, I can't tell you where to go, because that itself will alter fate, alter destiny. Something that I know full well, spending enough time with Granny, is something that cannot be done.
As far as I remember, we still need to continue up north.
Continue on your journey as you see fit, and you will eventually find the way that you need to go. Last word of warning I will give you. I have been given reports that all across this country, very evil and dark towers are being built by people that look very, very similar to that of Malik's army. He's already been preparing an invasion, and it's coming. So don't be surprised if you go to what used to be peaceful and a war will suddenly break out.
Well then, I've got a really good idea. We keep continuing up north. We're going to head back to my hometown under my mountain.
That's on the other.
Are we on the other side of the continent?
Yeah, so Snow Peak's over here, and then if you go all the way up here, this is where you are.
So we go northwest. We'll head back to my towns.
No, to do that, you've got to head south, to then head west, to then head north.
If we continue heading the way
I will
we're
take the
heading,
fucking boat if I have to.
that's what I was going to say. If we continue, we can go to Lunar Island and then come back to Snow Peak.
Yeah. We can head to the Snow
We're
Peak.
making it!
I will leave you all to your plan. As you now know what you're getting yourselves into, how really try to stop this tour.
Because if we head to the Snow Peak...
Alistair, before you go,
Yeah.
what do we do with this sword? I point to Shay while she's still holding on to it.
Simple fix. Swishes his finger, pulls it up. At this point, now that it's in full display, Eldon recognized this. Many of these kinds of swords were carried around the temple. It's not specifically a sword of Tiamat. It's a sword of gods. And the symbol is whichever god's blessing is currently upon it. And the sword will have different effects depending on the blessing. You watch the symbol disappear. It's now an open sword, ready for anyone to bless. Whoever chooses to wield it, he kind of slowly, magically puts it back into the pouch. Whoever takes the handle first, will be there to be blessed. Decide carefully.
I mean, I just broke my sword.
But did your sword not get remade?
It did get remade. It broke, but then magically.
Yeah.
I mean,
it remade itself with magic.
I vote for myself to take this.
And as you're all talking amongst yourself, he waves his hand. Black and white start coming out of the necklace again.
Before you go, might I guard the riddle in your stead?
Sways over.
I will do my best.
Already had a target on your back secretly. Now aware that Eldon is out there. It's more dangerous. You find that you're coming across fights a bit more purposeful to yourselves. And once again, in the blink of an eye, disappears. You're all back at the forest.
Well, that was the worst experience that I had in there.
That was something.
That wasn't the worst experience I've had in there.
So, I only know
what you
how
mean.
the sword, that the sword is whoever has multiple gods, basically.
So it's like a sword of a gods, and depending on which god's blessed, it depends on what additional effect the sword will give.
We don't have to decide yet.
Depends
But I
what the
bless
sword has. The sword gives a different ability.
We're in no rush then to decide.
Yeah,
I mean-
I say let's go back to camp and actually figure this shit out.
Lucian, still a better visit than last time. Just saying.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Last time was a nightmare. Shish.
As I've got Lilu kind of over my shoulder and holding her close, how is she currently feeling with all this? Because I've got more of the vibe that she just got scolded by her dad and she's pouting in the corner.
She's got a slight relief to be out of the tension that was being given. You can feel fear coming from her, scared of what's ahead. But at the same point, you can feel trying to tough it out. No different than you'd want to tough it out for a friend or a loved one.
I'm basically going to let her go, stand in front of her, and go forehead to forehead, straight up, and through our telepathic bond, I'm going to state, it's okay to be afraid. You don't have to hide it. I think we're all a little bit scared right now. As long as you put your faith in me, and I have my faith in you, we can accomplish a lot.
See you back. I'll protect.
That's my girl. As I kind of go in for a full embrace, because me and this dragon have already been through hell and back, and it's just gonna keep getting worse.
At this point, son,
Alden gets up. We need to keep going. And she puts up the hoods from the that she has now.
Let's go back to camp.
I think it's best we return to camp and rest for the night.
Yeah,
Before it gets
poor
too
Mendel and
For the
Murray
night?
just don't know.
Excuse me, I just said the sun's coming up.
Poor
Yes.
Mendel and Murray just left
Maybe
there.
it's best we get some rest before we start the day.
We can take a short rest. At least recuperate some lost energy from being up most of the night. And then we can leave late afternoon.
Sounds like a good idea.
Why is this Harry Potter music?
It fits the mood somehow not. It's just...
It's
weird.
exploration.
Oh, okay. It sounds so much like Harry Potter there. I thought there we thought it was like, oh my god. But
So,
yeah,
yeah,
As I kind of just guide Lilo back to camp.
I'll trot along the path back to camp.
I guess we're going back to camp.
By the time you make it back to camp, all the other caravans are gone. See Mindle and Murdy there with your carriage.
Oh, looks like everyone got lost really quick after all that.
Why are we saying
They
beep
seem
boop?
very scared.
Why are we saying beep boop?
Cause beep boop.
Oh, right, okay. I was like, is something going wrong? You had me concerned.
Beep boop concerns you?
So while they are getting ready to take a rest, Ellen sits still with her symbol of her god, and she just prays to her own gods for help. Like a good little cleric she is.
I go into the back of the what is it? The trailer? Is it?
Carriage.
My head carriage.
Carriage.
And essentially just sit there and just start internally praying myself.
I'm gonna go to fucking sleep.
I am also gonna be going to sleep.
I'm gonna guide Lilo to a tree and have her curl up, and I'm just going to sit and lean against her and let her kind of wrap around me, but I'm not gonna go to sleep just yet. I'm gonna kind of try and flicker some magical energy through my fingers.
So like the
like-
Human Torch did every time he clicked his finger.
You find yourself
No,
as
no,
you're
no,
like
no.
trying to concentrate and like do it, like you feel like this presence on your back of these wings, like wanting to form, but you're not focusing that much on it to the point where you want them to form. You're not trying to cast like a big spell. You're trying to channel your magic. Roll me an Arcana check. Okay. You find yourself being able to just trying to concentrate this magic. Manage to make small lightning bolts start jumping in your thumbs and stuff. Like you're able to kind of direct it so as you go like that, it goes to your ping, flick it between your fingers type thing.
Yeah.
Almost like playing with a pen, just with a lightning bolt instead.
Yep.
So how long are people resting for?
I was actually going to say I'm just going
Well,
to.
someone wakes me up.
I'm going to visualize the tree and the shrine and sort of try to get a bit more in tune with my god while I'm at it.
Well,
Okay.
the fact that I don't need to take a short rest, I'd probably be looking around to see if any provisions was left by the rest of the rest of the people that were here before they ran off, as well as preparing Mindle and Murdy with food and water before heading before waking everybody else to go.
And how long would you say roughly it would take?
Well, it'll take me about 10 minutes to look around the camp to see if anything was left. It'll take me about 20 minutes to half an hour to prepare Mindle and Murdy with food and water before setting them back up onto the carriage again. And then giving everybody maybe 2 hours kip before heading out.
Okay, so those that are resting, you'll get a short rest.
So
Look
yeah,
around,
I'll just
and
be
you-
using like the first hour for the short rest. Rest of the time, I'm pretty much going to be sitting there, visualizing just my own thoughts of what's happened.
By the way, anyone that's got the frightening condition, obviously you're not frightened anymore, so you can get rid of that. You look around for food and stuff to see if they've left anything. You'll notice a few like bags of potatoes and stuff that have like fallen off a carriage in the rush that they've maybe had to get out.
I take them.
Sabrina's just only gonna do that for like 5 minutes before she kind of falls back in comfort of Lilu
Okay.
and falls
so-
asleep for the full duration of her short rest.
okay.
Eldon prays the whole time, and after like an hour of not of just praying, she starts to mumble, "Please, any sign? The last years, the last year and this year is super hard on me. Just a sign that you are still with me."
At that point, feel a presence from it. But it's coming from a direction. As you look in the direction where you feel this presence that you recognize, notice the bag that's been laid on the floor with the sword and glow coming up.
Is the bag with Shay? Is Shay awake?
Yeah, I'm still. She's still awake and
You-
it's with me.
You'll notice this glow coming out of the bag.
So, can I look?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Eldon would open the bag and look.
You open the bag carefully, not trying to touch the handle or outward or after Bahamut
Yeah, so
said.
not mine.
And at the top bag, how the sword's been placed, you see the jewel that had the symbol of Tiamat. That's giving off this glow. Slowly zips down. Side, you see the symbol of your god.
I will look at Shay. So I didn't touch that.
I thought he cleared off the symbols.
And Eldon, just because it has a symbol, grabs it and pulls out.
Feel strong connection to your god. And you just hear in your mind slightly as almost spoken through the sword. Wanted to practice with one. I've given you motive. Showing I'm still here to guide and protect.
A tear and soft fangs, and I see Lucian is awake.
After about like an hour, yeah, he wakes up.
I wait. He's a little bit fitter and would walk up to him. So, about the training. So I wait that you're a little bit more awake, not like immediately.
Right.
And
Yes.
she has a new
certainly.
sword.
Give you a couple of lessons.
I glance over.
New sword, I see.
I'm just looking.
It had my god symbol on it before I even touched it.
I wanted that sword.
I didn't want that, but my god.
Wow, the shield maiden guy's unfucking grateful with his blessed shield.
Hang on. Even better. He wanted it when it was a Tiamat sword.
I'm saying this internally, guys.
Okay, so yeah, Alden is slightly confused still about the sword. Better, but still confused because she didn't touch it and it was there. So yeah, let's train. And
Alright.
maybe when you need a break, I will ask Argo.
I should be able to go for quite a bit. As you see me just summon the light sword in my hand, and then a shield in the other.
Sounds like
It
a
should
tasty
do.
chapter. I never thought.
You can't summon other weapons. You can only summon your like.
No, I'm gonna. No, I'll summon the dawn sword,
Right.
Murakumo.
Yeah, but you said
then
in the
you get
shield. Like, have you got a shield on your character?
I've got it. I've got a
Right,
shield
right,
on my
okay.
character still. I still got the shield. I just didn't use it last battle because obviously I was using swords instead.
I was saying,
I
just so
never
you're
saw
aware,
the
when it comes to the whole summoning like an Eldritch Knight, you can only summon them
Right.
swords. Can't summon them
Yes.
While you do that, I would like to turn one of these goblin ears into goblin jerky.
What?
I want to try it.
Sure.
So you dry it out with salt and stuff like that?
I think it would be like smoking it, but
Something like, I know it's like drying for ages, like
Yeah.
days type thing to turn into jerky.
Shall I roll for this then? Gives you cancel, so it'd be wisdom plus proficiency.
Yep.
So that's the wisdom, and then my proficiency bonus is +3, so 18 plus 3.
You
21.
managed to start the process pretty successfully. It's fine to cure them to turn to jerky.
You can nibble.
I so didn't look up how to make jerky.
How do you make it? 'Cause I think I got it right.
So it's slicing, marinating, laying, then smoking, and then of course you're packaging it away. So it's a matter of drying it out, cooking it, and yeah. Hope that helps.
So the way that the ears would have been prepped then would be that you would have sliced them out, took any flesh off it, took out the cartilage, went and rubbed it onto the herbs and spices, left it onto a dry rock to let the herbs and spices soak into the whatever fat was left onto the ears, and then put it on top of a fire pit and allowed it to smoke with a damp rag on top, covering the majority of the fire, letting the smoke bring out as well, and then chatting it out, leaving it on the dry stone again. They let all the extra moisture from the smoking off the ears. Then after about the second hour, third hour, they would have been ready to eat.
It's a really sunny day.
It is a sunny day.
My question is, what seasonings are you using?
Oh, we have spices.
Well, we have salt,
We bought
pepper, herbs, and spices. Both me and Adam have a bag each.
Oh,
Well,
fair,
not like
okay.
the first couple of sessions.
I mean, they better be tasty.
It should be, because we got the best bags of herbs and spices.
So,
They got the best bag of herbs and spices that was available back on as the first aisle.
Yeah.
So Elden trains with Lucian.
Okay, you train for say about
Till we should go, right?
you train for about say just under an hour, giving like a bit of time to wake up.
As soon as I hear swords cling, my ear twitches. I've not opened my eyes, but I am awake.
You're not proficient yet. You know it's going to take a little bit more practice, but you feel yourself getting used to it. Like by this point, you're kind of like used to the weight of the sword type thing, but like you still need a bit more practice to get used to like the vibrations that kind of go through your wrist with the sword, because it's a slightly different weight class to like a mallet type thing.
Cool.
You're
Yeah,
not quite
so-
proficient with it yet, but getting there.
Slowly.
Anybody else doing anything?
Sabrina's awake, Lilu's awake, but they still both have their eyes closed.
In terms of, real quick, with Trevor, start focusing on his nature, environment and stuff. You, while focusing on this, feel like a small bit of energy out of you slightly. Just trying to get more in tune with that with you. And kind of look around you. The biggest thing you notice is like all the flowers and plants around. Bro.
They just grow.
They're just growing in this like presence of like just the energy you're trying to emit from your god, essentially.
Yeah. Purple Eye, just continue doing it.
As
Any-
I'm hearing this, I hear the swords being crashed in between each other. I just decide to step out of the carriage and spectate for a while.
Okay. No one
Ellen
else.
unused 2 swords.
No one else is doing anything. 2 hours go by. At this point, Molar ends up calling you all. You're ready to leave.
Not on the carriage in 2 seconds. I'm leaving without you.
Okay, grabbing a big hot stone.
Yeah, Elden words.
Yeah, Lucian's
Elden
just
would
gonna
grab
look
some of
over
the
at you.
flowers because prayers.
Bartholomew, you'll not need to bring the big hot stone. All that do is, if I leave my axe here beside me, you can leave the jerky on top of it, and then with the sun hitting it during the day, it'll be ready.
Not the worst idea. It's like
As
horror.
Smaller Big Beard signals for us to leave, I just look over to Elton, sword disappears, and I block the last hit with the shield like, it's time to go. We'll continue this some other time. As I just put the shield back on my back.
Yeah, Elden just puts the sword somewhere. She just has the sword, she doesn't know where to go. Gets some flowers, puts them as well in her bag while she walks to the carriage to get in.
I get on the carriage also.
I guess we're all going that way, aren't we?
Well, if you're not on the carriage, then...
Big Al will leave us back.
Oh yeah,
Not risking that shit.
I would just leave you. Just be like, right, okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
As far as everybody
Nobody's on the
knows,
carriage. You are walking.
nobody
the
has
catwalk.
gone to even wake up Sefrina or Lilu. As far as you guys know, she's still asleep.
Yeah, the back of the carriage.
No, they
No.
went to sleep on next to a
Under
tree.
a tree.
Under a tree.
So,
Lilu's doesn't
okay,
fit in the carriage. Lilu's
before
not
I
gonna fit in
get
that carriage anymore.
onto the carriage, I'm just gonna look over to Safrina and Lilu. Hey, you two, it's time to go.
Either jump in the carriage or fly with it. Fly behind us. It's entirely up to you. 3, 2, 1, go.
As Sefrina gets up, it's just a double one of these. As she's walking towards the carriage.
The love of the group to each other. Immaculate.
I'm gonna hop in the back and kind of just tell Lilu follow behind the carriage behind,
Yeah,
as
she's too big.
Yeah.
as she normally does.
She can fly now. She can even fly.
Alright.
She can fly now, but
She
I'm
can
not-
fly, but she's not a strong flyer, which means she can't carry.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would be a different
That's
story.
that's level 11.
But I'm gonna kind of like sit next to Lucien, throw my head on his shoulder, and fall back asleep.
Elden starts to take out the flowers, the book that she has with all the people information that she gathers, like small information about where they are, who they are. Don't trust this person about this stream. There's a werewolf now. So basic informations, and to pages between, and then she just starts to draw the flowers because she needs to do something for her mind.
After about... Go on.
Because if I remember correctly from a few episodes ago, where we're actually heading up to is supposed to be the Omega?
No. So you're going...
No.
The
That's
Omega is
over
at...
Snow Peak.
As the Omega is over in Snow Peak, from what you've been told.
We're heading up
What-
to Nazareth.
You're going up to
that was
Nazareth,
talking
which is the other point of Lunaria. And what you've been told...
Lunaria is like this. We're up here.
Yeah. And you're going to meet a guy called
I'll pick up
Edward, who is also a werewolf because you got told that by
Fuck.
Are we not
Alfred.
stopping by-
Yo,
are we not?
Alfred.
I was almost going to call as I knew it was an A. I was just like, I need to make sure everything. But Alfred told you about as him up there, as he is the one that helped Alfred train a bit, and he's a lot older and wiser. Knows a hell of a lot more. The other goals that you currently have in the Nazareth region is this is where Isaac is, as far as you're aware, as well as where her ladyship went. And for those that are familiar with the system, you'd also be aware there is an academy in the Nazareth.
Yeah, Eldon.
Yeah. Give me an animal handling check, please, Vigar.
Were we not also told of the rogue figures on the opposite side of the lake?
Yes,
Shit! I forgot to change that in the settings.
You're doing slow rolls, aren't you?
Yep.
Hardware acceleration.
I know. I'm gonna do it after this roll. Wait there. Who was the werewolf we're going to see again?
Edward.
Edward.
And a 16 just popped up.
16?
Yeah.
So you managed to control these horses slightly faster than normal. Yeah, about... It's reaching about midday. And those that aren't really used to it, some of you are, decide amongst yourselves if about that. A chill is coming in the air. The temperature is starting to drop.
How many hours do you say that would be?
That would be about 4 hours.
Cool, I have my long rest now.
Lumi?
Yeah.
I'll just be resting up against the carriage while we're traveling.
Okay, when we encountered the water dragon in the cave, were we not also told of the robed figures that ran up to the opposite side of the lake, just past the river?
Yes.
I'm guessing the rogue figures were the creatures that we dealt with in the Goblin Cave? Or we bypassed that completely?
So, I'm going to draw you an image. So, like I said before, it comes to Lunaria. Got a point here. That is Snow Peak. Lunaria kind of goes like that. Goes up here where Nazareth is. In terms of the lake, over here, the lake you've got. Ruins are down here. On the roll 20. Okay. Where the cross is roughly where the ruins are. Down here is the village of Bartholomew. Up here is the village where you are. Up here is going towards Nazareth, and you're told the rogue figures were roughly over here.
So we totally bypassed the rogue
So
figures.
you literally, at this point, you have a decision to make. Continue north to Nazareth, or continue going round to maybe deal with these figures that you don't even know if they're still there or not.
We'll go inspect it. What does everybody else say?
Either way, it doesn't matter, really, does it?
I mean, if they're not, if they're not there anymore, it'll be a short visit.
I vote we should inspect it.
We knew you were going to say that.
I follow the group.
So we got 2 yeses and a lemming.
2 yeses out.
We have someone that sleeps, so let's just go and check.
There. What about the rest of the party?
One is asleep.
Sure, let's go check.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, that's a majority vote. Let's go.
Okay. Just let me
I'm gonna
quickly-
try this jerky. Is it any good? I
Uh,
mean, I did make it out of an somewhat intelligent creature. Although we're technically not humanoids, we're not cat.
technically they're both humanoid and goblinoid, but
It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best thing in the world. Like, it's kind of... It's kind
I'm
of...
gonna offer a piece to the dwarf beside me. You wanna try this?
I take a bite out of it, taste how disgusting it is, spit it back out as we're going past, going, goblin flesh.
By the way, while that's Eldon just closes the book and just leans on hard, be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing shit right now. And thinks. Lots.
Sorry, I'm just going to quickly check on the child here.
No problem.
So Kitten's asleep on my shoulder, Dragon's outside, and I'm just resting.
Living.
Sitting there resting.
Yes.
About what I said 2 sessions ago about the level up thing. I have a way to connect it very well right now.
Okay.
Kitten, you're muted if you're saying something.
Because obviously it kind of is the level up for the circle, and I kind of, like, with Malik's announcement, I know war's coming and stuff. So I'm kind of going to be looking at the dagger and thinking about everything that's happened and how the flowers and stuff bloomed and all that.
It's pretty much gonna be one of those things where, like, somebody pokes Sephrina to try and get her opinion on where to go. And she just kind of, like, looks up, I don't give a fuck,
Because
plops her head back down on Lucian's shoulder, goes back to sleep.
I believe the dagger is made out of something that would connect quite well to that.
Well, I mean, you already discovered that about the dagger. About how to trigger it.
Oh, I know, but that's what I mean. It has something that connects quite well to the circle spell.
Oh, right, yes, I know what you're on about. Yes. I was slightly confused there for a sec, like,
What are you trying to do?
My God, why did my brain automatically go, we didn't start the fire?
let me just quickly go ahead and find the thing again. Under your feet. No, there it is. Found it. So, you sit there and concentrate on the dagger. All these events. Alec. Start thinking about the events that your father told you about. Being Geralt. The events of your mother. How you've been connected to this god of nature for longer than you realize. All these feelings, mixed emotions start swelling up inside you. And you feel yourself almost getting so upset slightly. To kind of fight it off, you kind of just clench into the dagger, just trying to, like, clench your body, like, not wanting to give into these emotions. I need to stay strong right now. And as you clench, watch as the dagger emits a blaze coming out of it. But it's warm, but it's not burning to anyone. It's not setting anything on fire. Big R, you'll notice this and really pull the carriage, stop. At this point, fire kind of just starts making its shape from the dagger. Just kind of jumps from the dagger itself onto the land next to you. And you watch the fire slowly take shape. What animal would you like your wildfire spirit to be?
Wildfire in a circle! We did fires through!
Oh, let's go tiger. Fuck it. Let's go pretty basic.
You watch as a tiger forms in the fire. And emitted off this tiger. Can't explain it. But it's a presence you've never felt, but yet kind of familiar too. And the best way to describe it is a mother's love.
I'm gonna kind of walk towards it and just put out my hand towards its mane.
It walks up, pushes its head against your hand,
Opens the book. Starts writing again.
Okay, cool. I'm all caught with everyone's abilities. Never mind.
Oh fuck! Opens book. Cards. Chapter starts writing.
So,
chlamydia.
as afterwards, it kind of looks up at you, and that moment, and I hear, "Summon me with." But I can't really do a woman's voice all that well. In like the voice that would be your mother's voice, and the tiger becomes ablaze and goes back to the dagger.
I mean, if you wanted, Lumi, you could always like write it out, send it to me, and I'll say it word for word.
It was just summon me when you need me. Yeah. So now you have access to summon wildfire spirit from your dagger. As an action, you know how it all works.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put my hat down and sort of like a tear is going to run down as I go back into the garage.
Nobody's questioning the fact that Caitlin wants to be Trevor's mum.
We've already established that I basically am a mother of the group until Mel comes over anyway, so it's fine.
So yeah,
I love the way when Mel comes over, it's like I'm leaving that role to Mel then.
I mean, the question at that point becomes, like, because you can't really stop being a mother of a group, but Mel's more of a mothering person than you, because that's just who she is. And I'm not meaning that in a bad way. I mean, it's that, like, she's going to mother over you, the mothering person. So at that point, technically, you're still the mother of the group, but then Mel just becomes the grandmother of the group. Because she's the mothering of the mother.
Oh, dear.
And then I become the mother of the mother, God damn it.
Look, we can just go in a cycle here, right? Okay, summon the tiger, a fire, he's pointing his dagger.
So yeah, Alden leans against Hart and be like, what just happened? We're still with the book open. On the side.
Some hot pussy.
So what happened?
I don't know, it's just everything sort of blazed into a calming presence of a beast.
And she writes that down. But when you look at the book, it's written in common. So you have informations that the first thing she learned about everyone is written in. With the name of the person in big, like the chapter name and everything else.
Oh dear.
Lumi,
Yep.
we need a bloopers segment of all the fucking horse shit that goes on during the sessions in just one compilation.
That way anybody besides the DM knows I'm Baltic again.
We just need a bloopers reel.
Yeah,
Especially with big
I
R's
agree with the
fucking...
bloopers reel, but better reasoning for it is that if anybody else that wants to join this campaign can watch the bloopers wheel, what to expect.
Sure, I'll tell you what, we'll happily make a bloopers reel if one of you's volunteer to edit. or at the very least, fund the money for me to hire an editor.
We don't need that bloopers wheel, we need the big R wheel. Just with all the things big R takes that are funny.
So pretty much what we need is a highlight wheel that I made for all Drakengard, which was like, here's a highlight reel of us playing all different kind of games and our big streaming community people. And then here's Argo being scared. Just that, here's the highlights and the bloopers of our digital realms. And then here's bigger.
Because it would be funny in the end.
Well, because throughout the entirety
At that point, we would also need a highlight reel of just epic moments of like, here's how you be epic DM storytell. Here's how you cliffhang.
like Sabrina getting her spell book. The
Such an
absolute
internal
reaction
battle
on
that
my
happened.
face.
We had a lot of fucking cool epic shit.
Yes.
Exactly. We need like separate, different highlight reels.
Oh, let me.
Everyone's editing their own highlight reels.
I can't.
After this stream, I need to go back to the VOD and actually clip that whole thing where everyone broke down because I said about Tinder.
Yes. 100%.
There's quite a few moments in
So-
this session that
One
need
more-
to be clipped.
Alexa, what's 18 times 4? So if anyone out there wants to go through 72 hours worth of footage and edit it all down, thank you.
I need editing practice because I want to start editing things. So I will do my way and my time. I don't know when it's done.
So
You don't
what
stream
we're
anymore?
hearing is chaos. is
Depending on the
doing
software, can be really
do-
easy or really difficult.
Again, multiple times in this campaign. So yeah, after she closes the book, you have to say if it's uncomfortable because she's leaning against hard.
Heart's just going to continue sort of being very somber at the minute because that was like really emotional.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Right.
Again,
Before I
just quickly
continue-
quickly just to put out there, by the way. First time ever DMing, and all the story he fucking gave me was like a song about a great adventure, and this is what I've given him.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm making it bigger. I was like, oh.
Dude,
The
I'm
next
going to
time-
sit down with you and help you write out your story. Just
What do you call it?
No,
At the end,
he wanted to give me a
the
si-
end, Hart
I'm
is
s- I know
going
we're
to
breaking
have
out a little
proper
bit.
backstory.
He wanted to give me a very short and simple backstory to not overwhelm me with it being my first time DMing, and then everyone else gives me pages that I love, and I'm just like, and then I've broken him down probably the most.
All time ago, when an owl told
Kyle.
going, this is my story.
We don't want to say how long it took me to write Sephrina's backstory.
I had
But anyway,
one
so
caffeine energy drink and I was going.
anyway, we continue on our journey.
Yeah.
As temperatures dropping, Lucian's not really gonna take it too bad because he's used to it.
I have fur.
The temperature drops
Why is
for
my camera showing on screen?
as it is. You seem okay. You seem okay. So,
I mean, I told you guys ahead of time that I do the Discord pop out.
yeah.
I do that every time.
But yeah, so the coldness only lasts for about an hour, and it starts warming up a little bit as you kind of like we're going towards the Nazarick region, and now you're kind of bypassing going back as around. If anyone that has the images of the map up,
Yep.
you will, by the time it becomes say about 8 o'clock at night, you'll be coming just over the bridge on the map of where you are in the thing. There's a small bridge there, and the terrain is getting very difficult for the horses, as this area is very much a swamp.
So I'm guessing we're going to be leaving Mindle and Murray behind again.
There is a little village further down if you look at the map, but this entire area is a swamp. So points there is smooth road, but then there's sticky mud and stuff like that.
So we tread carefully and carry a big gun. Sorry, Warhammer.
A long fucking time ago on an isle called Oak Isle, there lived a humble college, religious through and through. What the fuck?
I may have just copied and pasted the lyrics from Kickapoo and just edited
Yeah,
a few
that's
words.
the beginning of Kickapoo.
Long as fucking time for the one I behind.
Yeah, fuck it up because you don't rhyme.
Religious through and through. For yeah, there was a man and he knew just what to do.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Us two, Dawn, and blah, 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 blah. And they knew where to stick
Story
it.
comes from our young heart. Oh fuck, I fucked that up.
So yeah, Eldon just the cloak a little bit tighter.
Like I say, it is like about 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock evening. Getting a bit late. You are not going to make it to the village before evening. It's terrain. Like you were not gonna not make it there before midnight.
We should just set up camp outside while we're done.
Set up camp before going through the swampy terrain.
Sounds like a better idea than.
Before things get moist.
I mean, to be fair, the weather dipped and
Nearly
then it
spits
started to heat
instead
up.
of swallowing, but yeah, we'll leave it
Because
at
that was definitely the sentence I wanted to hear when I
Nice.
snapped back to reality.
Snap back to reality.
No. So I muted myself in
Damn it.
Discord because I was talking to chat. As soon as I unmute, that's the first thing I focus back on and hear.
Moist.
Before things get moist.
Yeah,
Moist.
exactly.
Snap
I'm
back
tempted
to
to make
reality.
a
Oops, there
DMing.
goes gravity. Hey, I know you got wings, but I said you can't fucking fly. Get back down here.
Right. Well,
To be fair,
since we're
DM.
stopping, I'll just lightly notch to Zafrina.
What?
We're here. We're about to go make camp.
Wake up
Get
from
up.
sleeping. We're about to go sleep.
You're on first watch.
I can do the watch. I'm fine with that.
There has to be someone with you. You can't do it by yourself.
I'm just gonna switch into my tail because I don't feel like using my legs. I'm just gonna kind of like melt out of the carriage.
Lazy snake.
I can just imagine this next day. Just whoop.
Two.
Exactly.
When you all see her kind of melt out of the carriage, Shay and Chaos are the only ones that don't see any similarities here because you weren't there at the time. At least I don't think Shay was in it. But you're all getting flashbacks to the time she fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing.
No, she's not hurting herself.
No, she's not hurting herself, but there's this flopping out of melting out the carriage. It reminds you of when she fell down the stairs back in
It's just gonna be.
the
It's just
Killica.
gonna be one of those things where she flicks her tail
That
over
would
the
have been
edge
Pack and
and then
Killica.
kind of melts over, curling up in her tail.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, Shay definitely wasn't there yet because that was your first time in Killica.
Yeah, that was the first time in Killica.
Careful
She's
now, we
just-
don't want you falling again.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
I'm
Do it again.
tired, not drunk. There's a difference.
I'll give you
I
alcohol.
kinda
Difference
just-
is with you having alcohol and you not having alcohol.
I
What are
function
you
better. I mean, I function better when I'm drunk, so.
I'm gonna go set a tail. I'm gonna go set a tail.
More. Somebody needs some alcohol in them.
Yeah, you're gonna set up a tent.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, I'm putting up the first tent.
Oh, Lucian's pitching a tent.
I'll start setting stuff up. Anything else?
I'm just gonna kind of like arch back up on my tail, guide Lilu, kind of direct her towards the nearest tree, have her just kind of lay down, and without even thinking, I'm gonna speak full Draconic. I'm gonna tell her, keep your ears open, I'll keep mine. And I'm just gonna kind of curl up.
I just shot over one. Gonna say that in common.
I'm gonna say Noah in Abyssal.
I guess I'm going to just say a random word in Druidic. So.
By the way, while they are doing
I'll just say nothing. I'll just slightly laugh because I know what she said.
Oh God, what?
Just a slight giggle.
Newbie.
What the fuck?
Glory! By the way, while everyone is she's getting out, and she would create. Eldon would create food and water, specifically some small rations to cook with, or just to snack, and a bunch of fucking crystals.
Oh, hey, that
And
reminds
I
me.
would push them to fucking Shay.
Does anyone need water for the travels? I can create up to 10 gallons of it.
Yeah, create food and water. Same. So yeah, even
So
if people
in other
want
words,
water bottles, I would refill the water bottles.
We can create up to 20 gallons of water between us.
So it just goes to show the healers of the group are also the group looking after us as they're making the food and water.
By the way, with create food and water, it's 60 gallon between us.
Well, yeah.
Because it's 30 gallons.
It's 10 for me.
Because you can only create water. She creates food and
I
water.
can only create water.
Yeah. They're two different spells.
I can destroy water as well.
Cool, yeah. So,
Heart just gets jealous. Create food and water. I want to be helpful. Destroy water. Create water.
Destroy the snow. Destroy the snow.
No, you're not in snow. You're still at the lake. You're not at snow yet.
So Eldon pushes all the
like-
crystals that she summons to Shay.
Yeah, Adam, I just remembered what you did in the other campaign that we're in.
What did I do?
You destroyed the air.
Oh yeah.
So,
I don't want to question how you can destroy air.
because
don't.
in air there's water. If you destroy the water in the air, that's a lot of fucking damage.
No, he just destroyed the air. He didn't.
Yeah.
Just destroy
No,
water.
I didn't destroy the air actually. No, the air was fine. I destroyed the wind.
Oh, he destroyed the wind. Apologies.
So yeah, Eldon, it's like,
Good lord.
how much food can I create again with create food and water? Because most of that will be used. Like, let me roll a dice.
Take a chance, roll the dice.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, here, actually.
14
I'm-
pounds of crystals.
I mean, have you ever heard of somebody drowning somebody on dry land?
Yeah.
Control water is a very fucking good
Oh,
spell
yeah,
for
the DM
that.
allows it.
Who's dust of dryness?
I just realized, technically I can cast Create or Destroy Water at 3rd level, which would actually give me 10 gallons extra for each spell slot used above 7.
I'm guessing this is, conversation that our characters are having over fire.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. So by the way, yeah,
Like
Eldon just
cooking then at
40
this point.
pounds of crystals to Shay. And
That's
5
a
pounds for
lot
the
of
rest of us. It's Shay.
Oh, the food shit.
We have other
That's it.
food because I created food.
Yeah, because that goblin jerky was shite.
So yeah,
There's a 12
Shay has
altogether.
her food. Small little fucking pile of crystals now. It's for you. I promised you I would create crystals for you. And I created food for the others.
Shay,
Thank
say
you.
thank you for the crystals.
Thank you for the crystals. I'm trying to clear my throat.
I would pet Shay's head.
I have one question. Are you fattening Shay up?
No? I promised Shay that I would create crystals when it's safe again.
No, that was the player talking, not the character.
And it was the character answering to the player.
Lucian will just eat a bit of food and then afterwards he'll tend to his bed as though he's about to just get some sleep. He's tired from staying up last night.
Okay. Is that anyone else doing anything while setting up?
I'm eating, and then taking first watch with Eldon.
I'm gonna put like a huge bowl of water and a huge plate of food in front of Lilu. Make sure she's taken care of and eats.
Oh, what's that name called? That word.
And
Primitive.
I'm just going to play like I'm not hungry. I'm more tired and exhausted from all the events. So I'm gonna have a small portion, enough to get me through for a while.
Ignore that roll I made. I literally just accidentally hit spacebar and it just rolled. So
Okay, fair enough.
don't know why. But yes. What would I need to roll to try and make a primitive trap with one of these disgusting little goblin ears?
Survival.
Okay, survival. Well,
That's a no.
Now my hand is stuck in a trap.
You look at this trap you've made. You feel pretty successful. It looks like a very simple trap where you've got a bit of you've got a dangling ear to maybe entice someone. Then it's got like a loop thing is there, like pull them up type thing. You feel pretty confident, and as you turn to walk away, you can't help but feel your arm doesn't come with you. And as you look back, you realize you've tied it into the mechanisms.
Oh no!
Gonna undo myself. And I'm gonna give up and go to bed. I'm not fit for survival.
While
Can I try to
Sabrina,
figure that out, what he did, and try to fix it?
I was literally about to say, can we see him doing this?
Did you do it in the? Did you do it in view of the group, or did you do it like a little?
Yeah, I
further?
wasn't hiding it from anyone. It was just in an area where like a rabbit or a small animal might run through near the camp.
Can I try fixing it?
For those that are attempting to fix it, give me an investigation. Try and see if you can figure out what you.
13.
Wait for that.
No, not one.
Yeah.
So you both go
I get
over,
stuck in the
and
trap.
both of you immediately get an idea of what the hell he was trying to do with this trap. Both of you do. You're like, I know what he's doing. I can fix it. You both look at each other. Kind of go look at you. Both see us looking in each other's eyes. Like, agreed. We both kind of know. So you start to go fixing it. And Eldon, you're doing everything right. Behind you, Hart is following along, pretty much undoing everything you've done, plus what has baffled you started. So by the time you're like, okay, and that should be it, you look at the trap and kind of go, why don't I see a trap? And you just see Hart holding it all.
It's just her hands here at this area on Hart's face. Can I have the things so I can build it? And I would take it and build it again.
You build it.
And then she pets hard on
Literally at every point, Eldon's like, tie a knot there, and tie a knot there, and behind her, like, undo this knot, that's fucking up, undo this knot, that's fucking up.
Yeah, Eldon does it. Goes and just does this.
For a tabaxi
I
that
could
grew up
try.
in an elven forest village, he really fucked up that trap, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I was honestly expecting Bartholomew to wake up and be like, "Oh, I caught a trap! I caught an animal."
Just walks away from it, and you two have walked up, and he's just like, that trap's fucked.
So yeah, she pets hard on the head, so at least you tried.
I could have sworn I was doing it right.
It happens to everyone.
What was half your session? People trying to set up a trap. Someone else kept on doing it.
Before Lucian falls asleep, he just sort of goes, I'll take fourth watch, as he just lays down on the pillow, falls asleep.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point, we'll go
Eldon has to.
into the people having the watch. So who's taking first watch?
Eldon, obviously.
Okay.
I'm gonna be taking first watch with her.
Is Argo also taking it as well?
Argo.
I mean, you can have 3 people on a watch. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't need just 2.
Alright, then I'm sleeping till second watch.
Okay.
Cute.
But say you can have 3 people on a watch if you like.
Listen here, you Dragon Knight person.
Oh,
You know, you see how he really wanted to swear that he's like person.
it was like it was
That
about
is
to
insulting
swear,
to
and
a
then
snake,
he realized the magic wings from the fight, and he's like,
Literally, the words about to leave his mouth. Listen here, you beer person.
No, because if you would have kept going with that, you want to know what I would have done? Because I already wanted to practice magic during my watch. I was going to immediately go for uncontrolled lightning and just have it sit in my hand and
So,
let
yeah.
the wings appear.
Does Eldon see
Okay,
that?
yes, let's do that. I have a joke.
Eldon's
Okay.
just in the middle, like.
So yeah, he kind of gives you this tone like he's trying to tell you off, and you're just like, wings full form.
Well, this is certainly a shocking experience.
So Eldon in the middle looks disappointed at Argo. Okay. And turns around.
For that terrible joke, I am giving inspiration to the next monster you personally fight.
So yeah,
Can
then
I
Eldon.
chase that lightning?
So
That's the
Eldon
thing
looks-
with anything that Sabrina learns, magic-wise, will be a variation with lightning in it. So
Nice.
my Ray of Frost
Ray of lightning.
it's been reworked, and we call it uncontrolled lightning.
Ooh, pretty.
So it's just blue lightning that's scattering all throughout
Best
my
way to
hand.
kind of describe it to like anyone, if you're a Star Wars fan, Emperor Palpatine.
Okay.
It's Witchbolt!
Unlimited power!
It's Witchbolt!
So essentially, if we ever need to interrogate somebody, we find a couple of nails, we drive them in, and then we use her lightning.
No, you just break the
What
kneecaps
is
and
the
then kill
holy
them back.
paladin saying this?
Is that not a sheet metal on a coin?
I would expect Bartholomew to say that.
So yeah, Eldon would look at Argo. Did you play
Zap,
already
zap.
today?
Argo, what's
Argo.
your alignment again?
Argo,
So,
you've been asked if you've prayed today.
Have I prayed? Yes, I prayed while Mendel and Murdy was originally getting set up to
Okay.
go.
I was training, so I was not completely keeping.
Yeah, no,
Watch.
I was saying all of that out of character.
Yes, Vigar?
Where was I?
So, we have a walking taser.
The fuck is a teaser?
Was that Bartholomew asking that?
Let me help.
Yeah, Bartholomew's asleep now, actually. I just realized.
Snowman, just to let you know, a lot of this is homebrewy. So it's like there is magic missiles and stuff available, like all the standing, but a lot of it's been homebrewed and customized specifically for their characters.
Right. Just to put it out there for small or big beard, I did not sleep while we were getting Mindle and Marty prepared on the way up here, so I am going to be taking the full night to sleep.
That's fine.
Fine. Yeah,
I'm gonna disperse the lightning from my hand after that whole situation. And I'm just gonna do this to Argo. And then I'll walk away. And the fingers do not leave his fucking face. As I walk over to my dragon, curl up in my tail.
I'm quickly
And-
sort out the dogs while everybody else is doing their nighttime stuff.
No problem. So we have Argo and Chaos taking first watch. Can you both
A what?
I was-
perception check?
Perception check. Okay.
I also heard that my watch was very successful. I was looking at it.
17.
I have 4.
Lucky Eldon was there.
So do you want specific during your watch? Or I give it
I mean, I sit beside Eldon and essentially start talking to her and along the lines of, well, how do you feel now that after Alistair telling you off?
Jesus.
Blunt.
Bit blunt, yeah.
Learn to set the mood, dude.
My oh my, you said that you want to piss the girl off.
That is a personal roll that I'm doing right now. Just to see how she reacts. Oh. We're going to that territory. Oh, that's hard.
This is gonna go great.
You see she takes out the book. I didn't mean that, and thanks to that, one of my bigger fear came up, and sometimes I really wish that I wasn't the one that has been chosen. or even here, or even went to the temple at all. AK, I never wanted to be born.
Oh, damn. You really fucked up, Elden.
I said she's going down. I said she's going down that rural.
She's going
Because of all
down.
that
She's
fucking
yelling
load
timber.
So yeah,
You
and she holds the
bet
book. I never messed up this big before.
By the way, I love the evils that Caitlin is just giving her.
What?
Yeah. I messed
She's a
up a lot as a
character.
child. I messed a lot up as a teenager. I was afraid to die when I was a young adult. I was sent here without a reason. And now I'm the reason why the world may die. How would you feel?
Like
Yeah,
a
how
million
would
bucks.
you feel?
Yeah, how would you feel?
Son of a bitch, how would you feel?
And Eldon starts to rub her arm.
All I'm going to say is if my comment sections were very active on YouTube, boy, would I love to see them for this moment.
So yeah, Eldon just rubs one of her arms and then stops shaking her hands. The only thing I can do now is just to go forward, because I cannot just go up to Granny and say, "Hey, can you please undo my fate and send me back?" I rather would have never be sent here. That's not possible.
I mean, this is a completely different response than I was looking, but
I rolled low. Everything over a 5, I would have been completely okay. She would have tried to lie. Everything under so like a net 1, she would have fucking a complete breakdown. She's just slightly in the presso mode.
Yeah, done goofed.
I don't do indeed.
All I'm going to say is that popular saying at moments like this, too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah.
I believe there's a button on Lumi's signboard that also identifies it.
What, he was bruised.
Is it gonna press it?
He's looking at it.
He's drinking, he's drinking.
Emotional damage.
It was more.
Yes.
It was not more looking at it. It was more looking for it.
So yeah,
I essentially, after hearing this, my heart sings.
Sings?
Sinks.
Oh, sinks. Oh my god, I was about to say, what the fuck?
My heart sings. Yes, look at me. I brought you depression. There are no sound alerts on this overlay, Snowman. They're all turned off for this.
So as hearing this, my heart sinks, and I just put my arm over Eldon and go, maybe if you look at it in a different light, this was actually what was really fated for you.
it's doing the
Maybe
world.
everything you've experienced before this point was actually pathed. This could be the way of what your god is trying to push you towards. Push you through this pain, push you through the suffering for you to come out stronger, both emotionally and physically. As a trial.
Any god that sends one of his priestess, children, however you want to name it, through a trial that deems the world to a May destruction is cruel. I understand why my god May did it, as the aspect I'm praying to is the aspect of in between life and death. not good, not bad. And I would understand why his death aspect would have done it. But
At
I'm
this
still
moment.
confused.
Perception. Feel a weirdness. Not really from the air, but is in the air. More like magic of the air itself. When you feel that, everyone that is currently asleep, you all hear.
You cut out.
You all hear this. Those that are sleeping.
Oh god.
I come to you. People of Lunaria, as you sleep. You may have been chosen by my voice. I summon you to has come to my side. Be on the winning side of this losing battle. Stand with me or stand against me. Seek out this symbol, and you will seek out me. Pick your side.
Symbol that got revealed to you all was obviously the symbol of Tiamat. That just happened to all of you in your dream. Sleep.
I'm assuming we're waking up from there's a nightmare.
It's more like you don't wake up, but it does cause like a stir in your sleep. But like I said, that moment the air felt weird, magical wise to you.
I don't want to stand up. I'm too fat.
So yeah,
You don't need to talk about me like that.
Wow.
These guys.
You did it all yourself, didn't you? I mean, you had to make it all about yourself.
By the way, real quick, slight plug here. Trevor, stand up slightly. If you want to get some D&D merch, go to our merch store and you get some lovely merch that our lovely Trevor here is wearing. Get it now while you can.
Do you have a Christmas sale?
I sadly wish, but no, I can't make them any cheaper than they are. I've made them as cheap as possible to the point where that shirt specifically, I will literally make $1 off.
They are extremely comfy, though, if anyone is thinking.
good to know.
Yeah, I
good
was,
to know,
I was
good to
already
know.
planning what I can't afford, but at the minute I'm trying to get people presents, so...
Yeah, the only way you can get them shirts cheaper than anyone else is if actually you sub to the channel. If you, the higher tier sub you are, the bigger discount you get on the merch store. That's built in.
Good to know.
That being said, the price it will cost you for a tier 3 sub, you could probably just buy the shirt anyway.
Alan would not even look at Argo and just. Do you know your parents?
I haven't been asked this question in a while.
You know your mother. At the very least, it's a part of your fucking backstory.
I know, right?
I think someone needs to read their backstory again.
Do you not remember you went to go and visit your mother when you were over in Genova and she's fucking missing?
Yes, I know. Well,
She disappeared at the same time her ladyship did.
Mm-hmm. And if you let me fucking say something, I would mention it.
Oh, just the way you kind of looked and said that. It's almost like I was preemptively answering the DM.
Hey, Remy. I'm at my 2-hour mark. I don't know where you're at.
My 2-hour mark was about 7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
we
I'm
take, like...
I'm literally just going to finish this watch and we're going to go for a break.
Okay.
So,
Go on, Argo.
I lost. So, well, you see, I lost my father when I was very young, newborn actually. My mother went missing when I was much older, but I had left the city that we herald from. I went back with the group, and I was told that she had disappeared with her ladyship. Well, along the same time as her ladyship. I don't know whether or not she is alive or dead. But for now, the only thing that's driving me, knowing that my mother is still out there. So, yeah, I still have a parent.
Once again, this fucking music somehow it nails it on its own.
Yes.
I was just thinking that.
Elden would smile. As I don't know when the city disappeared. They may still be alive, they may not be alive. But even if I would see them, I would not recognize them. As a baby, I was taken to the temple. But I'm happy for you that you still have parents. At least one.
Well, maybe after all of this is done, maybe if we win this war, maybe there is a chance that they may seek you out, or maybe you may seek them out in your own personal quest.
If we win this war and everything ends up good, I will go back to the temple and finish my serving. As I was raised to be a priestess. As having a family life was once a wish of mine, but not anymore.
I'll be honest with you, Eldon. That was how long ago?
For me, 2 years.
But in reality time?
3,002 years.
But for us, so in my perspective, that was so long ago. Yes, you're still adjusting. But I think in this time, maybe you don't have to. And seek out what you truly want.
You sound like someone I knew back in my time. He was my... And she would think...
You two should kiss!
He was my... He was the first one that didn't care that I was a priestess. He cared about me. I met him when he was nearly dead. Gravely injured. I healed him. We traveled a little bit together. And you have to understand that for me, just 2 years still happens. But he was a human, so if he wasn't at the city when it went into slumber, he is dead. And I don't know how to recover from that. He was super important to me.
Only thing you can really do is celebrate what he was.
Thank you.
With that, we'll come towards the end of our first watch. And we'll go for our first break. Finish your talk.
Alden would open the book. And because she drew a lot, she would just flip through it till she finds a picture of Jacob and she shows him to Argo. Was the plan from the beginning, don't worry.
Alden, who's that?
The one I saved.
Wow.
The one I wanted to spend the rest of my life together.
Okay, can I interject just quickly? Why do I feel like Argo is going to be like, what do you call it? He looks very handsome.
Self-compliment without self-complimenting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, he really did mean that much to you.
Yeah. But he might be dead now.
Well, like I said, celebrate what he was, or is.
I opened the wrong fucking moment. I need to roll something again.
Oh, god damn it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, remember the good things that he done on Twitch.
Was very little.
Which if you're watching this on YouTube right now, twitch.tv/LumisDigital.
Any excuse for a plug-in, I mean, any excuse. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Also, don't forget t-shirts.
I
At thi- at
rolled
this point-
in personal.
At this point, Trevor, I just need you to like get someone to take a picture of you wearing that t-shirt, and I'll literally upload that picture onto the merch store. Because I can literally do that.
How did I know I was going to be the one asked?
It's going to be painful for people that like books. She holds a book like this, grabs it, and throws it into the fire.
But what are you doing?
Just burning
Letting
the
go of
evidence.
something.
What?
Letting go of.
So you let go of your best friend from back then, but not let go of the shit that you went through? What is your deal?
No. I'm letting go of good and bad. Obviously, the trauma that I got since I'm small will always carry. Well, I will always carry around myself. But sometimes you need to burn old bridges to create new ones.
I can understand that logic. No. It's getting pretty late.
You should sleep, yeah.
I'll go wake the others.
Well, you better fuck you not wake me up.
Have a good night.
Who agreed to
And
have
you.
second watch?
Me and Lilo.
Eldon always.
I also seen Hart raise his hand. So
No,
we're
I was pointing.
oh, you're pointing. Got you. So we
Eldon
have.
never sleeps, so Eldon
So
as well.
What
we
are you pointing
have.
at me for?
Don't worry about it. So we're having Eldon, Lilu, and Safrina.
Yes.
On the Discord, it's where Sabrina is.
Sabrina,
Safrina,
the second watch.
She's
Sabrina's
bubbly.
here. Heart is here. Big R, so Arco Big R, kitten.
So,
Love you so, the storm, Fluffy.
I'm about to say, here's the weird thing, something to consider. So when you're looking at your own camera, to everyone else it's mirrored. So when you point that way, you're actually pointing that way to everyone
I'm
else.
confused, yeah.
So like for example, the only thing is up and down. Prime example, Trevor, point to the direction Soul is. There you go. To me, he's pointing to sort of Fluffy Paws.
Yes, same.
What about this way?
Nope, that's where Soul is.
So, yeah,
Point proven.
But then you look at my stream, and everybody's camera is just 2 by, like,
Yeah, I
2
had
by
the
5.
Yeah, I had the chat open, so realistically I was trying to point through Lumi.
Oh, that's my head. That's my head.
So Eldon sits on the fire, watches it as the paper burns.
I'm gonna assume Argo is waking me up. Wait, how do you wake me up, Argo?
Oh god.
How fast did he fire? Did you lightning attack him? That's the question.
You whisper gently into her ear. Wake me up before you go.
Go.
Wake me up when the song ends.
Just on
I
a
walk-
general term.
Good night, Silver.
Wake
I
me
mean,
up
sorry.
inside.
Whisper into her ear.
It's real stand back.
I'm gonna punch him. I'm going for the straight jaw punch at that point.
Wake me up. Before?
You.
No, wake me up before September ends. Hello?
Wake me up when September ends.
Wake me up.
Wake
me up and
Oh my Jesus Christ! This is not a karaoke night.
We will do karaoke
Okay.
after stream. Let's continue.
Good idea, good
Not
idea.
with doing karaoke on
So-
Sunday.
Oh, a Callie
As-
has jumped from one camera to another. Magic.
So,
Now you can point the camera at yourself.
Nope,
Wait.
we can just...
I don't want to look at his crotch.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
so, as Argo's waking me up by that, I'm going straight for the uppercut, missing on purpose. Just going
Hi,
like
Kelly.
2 fingers away from his chin.
Okay.
And I'm going to open one eye. And as you notice, it's not her normal eye color.
Dragon.
Shit, she's a ditto. Run!
No,
No.
It's not
So,
like free real estate, okay? Look, anyway, it's time for your watch, okay? I'm knackered.
she's going the full snake eyes.
Oh,
Bright purple snake eyes.
I'm
She's a
disappointed in
ditto, run!
myself. I'm disappointed
She's
in
not a
myself.
real dragonite, she's a ditto!
And I'm gonna look at him with that one eye. There's better ways of waking me up for a watch than whispering in my ear like that. Especially
what would-
after the dream I just had.
What would you prefer to reach around?
I love Caitlin's
Why
voice.
did I wake up as
Excuse me,
Snake
bitch?
Dragon Lady.
I'm going to wrap my tail around his ankle and give it a good old tug. Plant him on his ass.
She's putting you to sleep for you.
Shut up.
Pretty much.
Out of
Yeah,
curiosity,
Alan just...
out of curiosity, Sabrina, you're a snake person, but are
Yeah.
you like a human or elf, like entire top half and then just snake on the bottom, or are you like all, like there are scales?
So I'm a
everywhere?
constrictor naga. The upper half of me is human-like, and my tail can either switch over to legs or my tail, depending on how I feel. Her skin has always been a snow pale color. Her scales are snow white. Her hair is snow white.
Sorry about that.
The only significance is her eyes have always been purple.
Why do you ask, Adam?
I was gonna say, if her top half was snake-like and you're going for a reach round, what the fuck are you reaching for? Snakes don't have breasts.
You might try and slither in.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Yay! I love slithering. Hit my eyes.
I can't.
So yeah, Elden would
At
wave
this point, you can
to
slap him.
Sabrina.
I'm gonna wake Lilu up how I normally would. Scratches on the chin till she opens an eye, and then it's, get up, little one, let's go.
She
And
wakes up.
I'm gonna head over to the fire and sit next to Eldon. How, with her using the book as fuel, the fire's pretty decent.
Like
once
just
you
some
said.
pages, not the whole book.
How dim is the fire right now?
Not dim. It's well lit. Be a bit brighter in some areas as you see paint.
Okay. Is there a stick or something near me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to reach down and grab the stick. I'm gonna hold Control Lightning in my hand.
Okay.
Let my wings open up completely. I'm gonna light the stick on fire.
Alden just scrolls to the page about Sabrina and starts to draw.
Before we go any further, it's because this isn't Watch. Perception, please. It's a fresh one.
Okay, so...
Dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20, and for Lilu...
Come on,
probably
dirty
not gonna
20.
be-
Why did? Oh, there it was.
13.
Sad.
I was going to say not 20 would be better.
Okay.
Imagine
So-
all of us dirty 20s. It would have been funny.
So, go on, continue on. I'll save when it's become ready.
So, I'm just gonna basically... I'm trying to get used to the magic.
Yeah. So,
So, I'm
you pull the stick, sitting there trying to control the lightning to pinpoint where you want to go, and you find yourself like times where like the end of the stick you like miss it, kind of like hit round, come back to the back, practicing getting closer and closer. Within space of about an hour, not 100% of the time, but more often than not, you can get the lightning to arc directly when you want to.
This magic shit isn't easy.
Magic is never easy.
I'm gonna disperse the lightning from my hand and throw the stick in the fire.
Alden shows her the drawing of the pictures she made. I still haven't finished, so I will show them eventually next year. I still need a description how your character looks, as I asked it in the group chat.
Pretty much, if you put a full-on description of how your character looks in the D&D text chat, you'll get a picture made for you by Chaos.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Alden shows it. Is magic new to you? Like, you seem a little bit frustrated.
It's not that it's new to me. I've been around magic and the understandings of it. I was just never able to cast magic until my blade broke on the dragon. It's almost like something that I've been longing for finally awoken. And trying to get the hang of it so I don't mess things up during a fight or anything. Last thing I want to do is actually hit somebody, and it being one of you guys.
I completely understand. I completely... First time I used magic, I accidentally hit the woman that taught us. And she just sunk to her knees and hold her head because she had a headache after that. AKA told her that.
I'm afraid it would be more than just a headache.
I was 4 when I learned magic. Starting to learn. More like hurting other people than just running. So you're already on a much, much better scale than other magic beginners that I know.
Well, as far as I know from what I've read and researched and have studied about it so far, is it's just a constant study.
some magic like that is. Mine is being blessed by a god. There are people that have it born to them, learn to steal nature. There's so much different variations of magic. You will find the hang of it easy. I believe in you. Because you already shine brighter than so many other people.
That's the thing that confuses me. In everything I've read, blessing, born, a gift, I'm not sure how mine sparked. I haven't been able to quite figure it out. There was no voice, there was no embodiment of something.
You just hear in your head. I would have thought it'd been obvious. Lailu gives off some small yawn next to you. As she yawns, sparks of lightning.
You are dragon knights, right? Or you are connected to dragons at least.
We have a deeper understanding of them, yes, in a way. Most of us, at a young age, we start training with hand-to-hand combat, melee, and once we hit the age of 18, we go set off for our trials. That is where we establish and travel to find our dragon. Once said and done, we get, well, before even going, we have to get the blessing of Lord Alistair. If he gives us the blessing, then we go travel to find our dragon. There are many villages along Draconia that harbor hatchlings, or unhatched hatchlings, I should say. And when you find your dragon, it's almost like an instant pull of gravity draws you closer. When I came home, I protected that egg with everything I had on my way home. And looking at her now, me and her have done pretty well for ourselves. As she kind of gives Lailu scratches behind the ear.
I would look at Lailu. I'm not sure how it may spark, but how it sounds. Maybe Lailu is the key to your magic?
One of the things you will have read in the book about sometimes, like with sorcerers, the blood of a dragon can awaken magic. So, from what you would have said, you would like, think there's maybe a connection there, since dragons somehow you have a deeper link.
Like a soul bond, yeah. The best way is to ask, to learn, to study.
I was gonna ask Lord Alistair about it, but I didn't want to bother him with the current situations going on.
I am sorry again.
There is no need to be sorry. As I stated, in my eyes, this is not your fault. You were purely going on your curiosity and ignoring the words of others. I can't fault you for that.
Curiosity kills the cat.
At this moment, your conversation gets erupted as a little bit further into the swamp, like off the road. Start to hear sounds of metal. Not heavily, like
Like armor metal or like machines?
Like machine.
Or heavy metal.
Like just metal in general you hear, but it sounds like... It's not like... ka-dum, ka-dum, it's like... It's kind of like...
It's just a bit of power work.
I mean, I'm assuming as soon as the sounds are heard, Lilu is going to immediately direct her head to where the sound is
Yes.
coming from.
I would use just because I'm unsure, maybe not. Would use my Eyes of the Grave ability and just 60 feet just to see if it's undead. That's the best thing I can do.
No one dead. This sound is about... I don't think foot-wise... Maybe 100 feet minimal away. You hear it in the forest, so you can't see anything directly. You can hear a very light sound.
Should we go see what it is or not?
We need to investigate that. Last time I heard metal sounds like that, it wasn't pleasant.
Should we wake the others up?
Go ahead and wake the others. I'm gonna have Lilu go in the air.
Okay.
And get a more aerial view. And I'm gonna duck in at the edge of the forest in a bush.
Cool. Alden would... okay, cool.
As she's leaving to go wake the others, I'm gonna command Lilu to go in the air and get an aerial view of the surrounding area where the sound is coming from.
Okay. She flies off. Are you going to be using the flare we did on the other spell?
Which one?
The melee.
Oh, you can look for... Oh!
So, the Find Familiar, we've given it a small flare. She, instead of summoning a familiar, she may look through the eyes of Lilu.
So, as I duck in a bush against a tree, give myself as much cover as I can, I'm going to focus on the bond I have with Lilu, and I'm going to cast the flare we have on Find Familiar.
You close your eyes, and next thing you know, your vision, you suddenly see the forests below you as she flies, keeping high enough to like not be spotted immediately, but low enough to not be obvious. Hear everything, you see everything. And it comes to the point she's getting close to the sound. And there's a small clearing for a brief moment as she flies by. You see what's making the sound. You see two Warforged foot soldiers, just walking around, sword and shield, look like they're on patrol. But behind them, clearly the source of the sound, giant little spider.
Oh, fuck.
They don't look like they're looking for anything in particular. They look more like they're patrolling the area. Almost what you'd recognize as guard duty.
Do they look like they're posing a threat in any way, shape, or form, or would pose a threat to where our camp is?
No. It looks more like,
Okay.
to describe it, like you're camped at one spot, like they're a bit further in. They're not walking towards the camp, they're more like walking, like they've gotten in a close enough range that you hear them, but they're not walking like in your direction at all. More like a perimeter sweep, just to make sure everything's clear, type thing.
Okay, I'm going to release the spell and call Lilu back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run to Eldon before she tries to wake anybody up.
The first reaction was to shut down the fire.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna pose a threat. They're Warforged foot soldiers. They look like they're just on patrol.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you'll both obviously remember, because Eldon was there in the background at the time, the Warforged attack on Genova.
Okay, cool, fucking cool. Eldon would cast the spell what's the fucking name? Give me a second, I need to find the spell.
Give me a moment. Drink went down the wrong pipe. I'm not a fish.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm good. There we go. Oh,
Are you really fine?
I'm
you
good.
alive?
I took a drink and it fizzed the back of my throat, and I'm like, not a fish.
Oh fuck. That sounds painful.
Oh, it's not painful. It's just for a slight moment you drown.
Just irritating.
I know I chose the spell. Give me a second.
I know I chose it,
Checking spell
but did I choose it? Or did it choose me?
Technically, I still could change because I have 4-hour-long rest.
True.
I have the ability to bullshit for 4 hours. I know which spell it is. It is the fire spell that doesn't emanate warmth but light. And I just randomly can could be names weird. I'm used to the German names, not the English.
A fire spell? Oh.
Isn't that
Continual
talking
flame.
about-
Continual flame.
Okay.
Eldon would cast that spell.
What does it?
Just creates a fire. A flame equivalent of brightness to a torch. And I would touch the wood and it just... And I just randomly... It can be hidden, but it cannot be stopped except dispelled. And I just... If something would come, dispel.
Okay.
It's cool. So we have a small fire that doesn't need wood. It doesn't burn, it just burns.
Okay. As you start calming down and listen carefully, Lilu makes her return. Sound of metal. Do you hear it starting to get quieter? Like, it's just getting quieter and quieter. To the point where the sound's gone completely. Clearly they've passed by.
I'm just gonna kind of do a little giggle and a little dance and start jumping. And I'm going to like rush over to Lilu. It's like, that worked. Like, it's gonna be completely telepathically. Half telepathic, half just sputtering and draconic.
Even if you talk draconic, Eldon would just watch. She doesn't understand it.
It's in there like, what's going on? It feels so weird. In their world, having a full conversation.
It's going to be a bunch of sputtering and draconic, like, that was so cool, it worked.
Yeah, to give the basic description, like a way to maybe make people feel relatively of how, obviously, the Find Familiar spell works. If you ever watch the film Aragon, it's very similar to what he does at one point in the film with, is her name Safrina in that movie? It's something? It's Saf something, the dragon.
Sapphire?
Is it Sapphire? I don't think it's specifically Sapphire, but...
I don't remember.
Anyway.
I just remembered that the movie wasn't that great.
I actually enjoyed the movie, but then again, I don't have a big old taste.
But I read the books.
In fact, speaking of Aragon real quick, I love the fact that Disney's making a whole series for it.
Sapphira? Sapphira?
Yeah, something like that.
Saphira.
Yeah, but very much, if you ever watch that film, it's similar to what Aragon does.
Saphira.
Saphira, that's the one, yes, Saphira. Very similar.
Right, yeah.
But,
Not Sephiroth.
yeah, Sephiroth.
It's funny because it's really similar to Saphira, but it's just Saphira.
Yeah, but no, it's very similar to what Aragon does there with Saphira in the movie. Like you do, there's a point in the movie where he looks through her vision and stuff. It's very similar to that.
Really cool.
You know, I really loved Aragon. It was a very underrated movie, and I wish they would have made the other books.
Disney Plus, Disney is actually making a full thing of Aragon series.
You know, first the book, then the movie. Not reverse.
We're watching that together, Lumi. We're watching
Just me. The thing is,
I'm taking you all to the Percy Jackson. We are watching Percy Jackson as well together.
real quick, just a real note before we continue on. One of the things I have for moments like for hopefully March, where I'm on the flight by myself, I actually have all 4 books downloaded audio-wise, and they're the only audiobooks I own to actually listen to. To actually get the rest of that fucking story.
Aragon
So,
is
yeah,
just such a good series.
Alden would just watch the whole thing going on. As she doesn't understand what is spoken, she just watches.
When you're having this,
on it back and forth.
as you're having
Yeah,
this
so-
excitement, Lilu will pretty much be telling you, like, I always knew you could do it. I believed in you always. Like, Lilu's never dropped faith in you with all this. To the point where, like, one of the last things that Lilu says in this whole excitement is just, all you gotta do is put your mind to it.
I'm just gonna basically look at her, and this is gonna be said in common. Forehead to forehead. Where did I get so lucky to have you as my partner?
I chose you.
As a tear literally falls as she goes through every memory of every bad thing that has ever happened to bring her to this moment.
She just kind of gives you a nick. Back to what I am.
I'm gonna walk back over and sit next to Eldon.
Okay. At this point, your watch is getting ready to come to an end, so if you've got anything else you want to do.
Alden, because she casted this fire spell, just touches the wood just to be sure, because it's funny. It doesn't. It's warm but doesn't burn, and she just grabs the wood and puts it back.
Okay.
And Samara sees that she just grabs the burning wood and puts it back.
Gotta love magic spells like that, huh?
It's funny, yeah. Who should I wake up again for the next watch?
Who's taking the third and final?
Isn't it 4?
I mean, someone said 4, but I only typically do 3 watches in a night.
Fudge.
Heart, are you gonna take third watch?
Heart, you muted?
You're muted.
I don't mind either way.
I mean, I think I said 4th, but if
said
there's only
4,
3,
yeah.
I'll be...
If there's
I'll be
only
on
3,
third
sure, we
watch.
can have all 3 of us. It's fine.
So you can have 3 people.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
So I'm gonna go wake up Soul.
I'm gonna.
I'm
wake
just
up
gonna
all.
tell. Oh wait, I had an idea for Heart.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Also, do remember, by the way, that everyone other than Argo and Chaos obviously had that dream with Malik.
Yeah, I wasn't in the mood for talking about that.
I know, I'm just generally
Alden
saying.
doesn't fucking know, so
It's
she
more
doesn't
to remind the
bother.
people that are about being woken. You don't have to speak about it, but just remember that you did have that dream.
So I'm gonna tell Lilu to go wake up Heart in the best possible way she can.
Lying on him, smothering him.
Okay, so I'm getting licked by a dragon away. God, yeah.
No, so when Lilu goes into your tent,
Oh god.
You found you, she's found you sleeping on your back, like sorry, sleeping on your belly, so your back's exposed. So she kind of looks, kind of like grabs the bottom of your leg gently, pulls you out of your tent backwards, is putting you out the tent, flies up, grabs onto your back slightly, as gently, not to try and wake you, flies into the air about 5 foot, and then just suddenly, just a small little sound of crackling lightning to wake you up, with your 5 feet off the ground.
Not so loud!
What, why am I in the air?
She just lets go and drops you.
I just like,
It's your watch.
Sorry, I had to send Lila to do that one. As I walk into Lucian's tent. Hey, whoa! I flick his nose. I flick his nose like I'm curled up in my tail, flicking his nose. Lucian.
You just see like comes like, hi.
Hi. Hey, it's your watch. Go.
Right. Thank you. Get
be
some out of the
lucky.
tent.
Just be lucky you got the nicer awakening.
I believe you.
At this
As
moment,
I
you see,
pop
at
out
that
of the
moment,
tent.
you hear the small thud of heart being dropped by from 5 foot.
As I just look
It's not loud enough to make it. If you're awake, you hear it. If you're asleep, it doesn't disturb you. But clearly, it's the sound of something just hit the ground.
I'm just gonna look at Lilu,
the sound.
telepathically tell her, good girl, let's go get some sleep, and kind of direct her towards our tree.
So I'm assuming our fire is still lit?
Yes.
No, there's one fire, small one, doesn't burn.
Okay.
It's almost like the dancing lights cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Container flame, it looks like a regular flame, but it creates no heat and doesn't use oxygen.
But it's cold.
It's cold. It's cold. Dun, dun, dun. Looking TikTok.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember something that it reminds me of.
Real quick, Argo, what's going on with your fucking camera or what?
It has a blur.
One of your arms.
Yeah,
just
what
gone.
are you? Yeah, your arm because of the microphone was just gone. Like I've lost an arm in battle.
So yeah, Alden.
There's but a flesh wound.
Still
Alden
one of my
sits
most used sound alerts.
there, drawing.
So Alden's drawing. I guess we're going over to the fire.
Looking up, drawing, looking up, like try to keep watch.
Well, that was a weird awakening.
I heard you got the worst of it. I take it
He
that was
got
you
dropped.
thumping to the ground.
He was dropped.
Yeah. At least I'm awake!
I would have walking you nicer, but I was a little bit too slow.
Oh dear. So, I'm assuming we're rolling perception, DM.
Yes, all three of you.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, that's a 25.
14, I'm clearly the blind most blind.
Okay.
You're the Lilu in the situation.
No, my eyes have just gone a wee bit awkward from the drop. I haven't quite...
I'm the one who got woken properly after all, so I was more awake.
But I'm still the one with the higher number from us three.
Okay.
Even with your net, I'm better than
So,
you.
by the way, this is probably the longest we've spent on watches, but still, I think
Oh
great.
yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It's not that I don't mind whatsoever. It's not like you went the direction I wasn't expecting you to go.
You thought we'd forgot.
No, it's not a matter of I thought you forgot. I just thought, oh, they'd probably think that they're not still going to be there, so they're going to continue going north. So everything I said to prepare for this session went out the fucking window.
The next session, DM. For the next
welcome.
time. So yeah,
What can I say except thank you?
Because you thought we were going to head on And then we went the other way.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go
literally
up,
trying
and you were like, no, we're going that way, going to check this out. Like, fuck.
Literally everything he's prepared, he's had to like change.
So you're literally stalling 50 minutes of freaking gameplay of
Yeah.
conversations till the end of stream. So
Well, it was going to be an RPE session anyway. I totally did in the moment you decided to go this way, pull up an encounter table just in case.
I'm gonna go.
So yeah,
Have you not picked up the pattern yet? RP, fight. RP, fight.
fight. Yeah, we have a clear pattern. So yeah, Alden,
I'm gonna go back to my fudge.
have fun.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Is it good
okay.
fudge?
Okay, so the three you're on watch. Do your stuff, I'll tell you when the rolls are relevant.
It's so creamy.
Well,
Oh dear.
We could start a fire if you want. If you both need something to drink, that should be has to be warm.
Don't worry.
I'd be fine with just some water.
Korean water!
I would know. I would you because Eldin would have a water skin still.
Yeah, no, I just
for-
took it wrong.
and she hands her the water skin. Looks completely new.
Small arm magically makes fudge appear in his sleep.
No, he's dreaming about it after the Malak incident.
So yeah.
You're welcome.
Ugh.
You'll just see like Lucian from time to time, his eyes just like shut because he's still a little tired from being awake all night last night.
Maybe you should have been dropped.
I am so sorry. She would hold you there. Water skin over your head.
A dragon by the sounds of it.
Well, you're awake now.
And then she would do this. Not mean like just soft enough that it's still a little bit annoying enough. And then she would sit back and lean on hard. Like she always does the moment they're sitting next to each other. Automatically like, nope.
It's almost like heart is covered in fur.
At this point, Lucian's just gonna like just take like a meditation pose, just bring his hands together as he just shuts his eyes and focuses on whatever's around him, around the woods, and just the area they're in.
We should not be too loud. There's a patrol happening. They left, but they could hear. We should not be too loud.
Could be there's something to do with the message.
It was a metallic sound.
Yeah, but the message.
Yeah,
What to do with that?
obviously.
Especially considering he sent another one.
And
To
you see
everyone in the
Eldon
city.
just glares at you.
Yeah, he sent one while we were sleeping. Something to do with the people of Lunaria that wants to be in the winning side of the war to come to him, seek out his symbol. Well, Tiamat symbol.
So do people
I had that as well.
Eldon would just look confused. So people that slept got this. Sometimes it's useful not to sleep.
Speaking of which, when after about this point, Argo would have entered a deep enough sleep. You got the messages down. Sleep.
Hooray!
You sound so happy about that.
So yeah, Eldon, sometimes it's useful not to sleep.
Yeah, tonight would have been that one.
Yeah, no, Lucian's still just gonna continue to do his thing, listening to everything around him, trying to go into a bit of a trance.
With that nat 20, you go into your trance, world happen to again slow down to stop. To
Why do I feel this is bad?
to an almost a sort of like a realm, like this realm you're very familiar with. Like it almost feels like a separate realm. Inside this kind of place, you open your eyes, and everything looks normal. Just like time is paused, and you look over in the direction where Eldon mentioned about patrols, and you just see two figures You'll use 2 of your blades leaning against trees. Point that. And then the white one is next to you. There's more than just a patrol that way. Feel it. It's a small army brewing. Something dangerous. I suggest we get a reminder that the world starts resuming back.
Like
Lucian coming like out of the trance, sort of. So, you guys said you heard metal, right?
Yes, I don't know the specifics. Safrina knows it.
Yeah. So, remember how I told you the beings inside me? Well, one of them appeared earlier. Both of them just appeared to me as I was in my trance. They said, and I quote, "There's a small army brewing over there. We should get out of here while we can."
So we should wake up everyone and leave.
I would say that we should be safe for everyone to finish their rests, but as soon as we can, I say we leave.
Okay.
Should we wait?
At this point, I'm not so sure.
This music's on point again. I hate it.
Yeah, I love it, but hey, I could start to make the carriage ready while the others still sleep a bit, and then we go.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll start preparing for anything coming our way.
By the way, guaranteed by this point in the night, regardless if you're asleep or awake, everyone would have had a long rest. By the third watch, had a long.
All right. Then I'm gonna start waking people up so we can get the fuck out of here.
So yeah, Eldon starts to get the wagon, the pony / horses / I don't fucking remember. Ready.
I'll start by waking Bartholomew first.
And Sabrina and Lilu just want to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, you got a long rest though, so you're all good. I'm going to wait
Doesn't
Bartholomew
mean she's
first
gonna
and
be
say,
easy to wake up.
yeah, I'm going to like,
I'm gonna go wake up Smaller Big Beard.
no, I'm waking Bartholomew and telling him to keep an eye on that direction that you just pointed out.
Look, you've got the best sight of all of us. Look that way and don't stop.
It's at this point Bartholomew can see someone knocking in a person in the opposite direction. Yep, just not gonna tell him about that. Yep, nope.
See, at this point, it would be almost ironic if, like, everyone is, like, apart from Bartholomew, like, Bartholomew's the only one in the group that, like, wears glasses or something and he's got the best vision. That would be, like, so ironic. Like, you look like you have the fucked up vision, but somehow you've got the best.
That would be funny. So yeah, after Eldon does the best to make it ready, but she knows Smaller has to check it. She doesn't trust herself. Why the elbow meme?
I was about to ask that as well.
Why the elbow meme?
I don't know who's doing
It
it.
is a stare in the direction.
I don't know, that's part of it.
Oh
That's
my God.
Bartholomew.
So yeah,
I'll just go shake Smaller Big Beard away like, we gotta go.
Shed, Paladin, and then Safrina last. Which comes to
Yeah.
work? We have water over her head.
Hello, weird.
Tea out of a peripheral of my vision.
I'm aware it's a
Out of the
little
peripheral.
different, but we've gotta get out of here.
Nay?
Now.
Right.
but,
Anyone that's not on the carriage is left behind.
Wake Shay,
stop.
come on Shay, let's
Can you
go.
check for a moment?
I'm coming.
I get into the carriage.
I'm glad Argo's
I'll
what
do them better. Nobody in the carriage, nobody gets fudge.
Can you check the? Can you check everything? I'm not completely sure if I did it correctly.
Well,
Just look over it.
The fact that Mindel and Murdy's mains are brushed on the wrong side of their heads.
I'm stressed, okay?
And literally just cuts an apple and just feeds one to each and be like, right.
Lalu, time to wake up.
I'll just walk over there, slowly speaking Draconic. My two friends, it is time for us to go.
I'm gonna speak in Draconic back. I just closed my eyes. What?
Tell her it's not a control or patrol with you're telling her and she's asking why.
There's not just control.
Shay gets a
From what I've heard about from what I could feel with my inner world, there's a small army brewing. We need to get out of here.
That was all I was on in the fucking on at the time, so fuck it, let's go.
Glowing purple snake eye.
Nobody else gets a fudge because nobody else was in the fucking carriage whenever I was on the night.
Straight at Lucian. Fine, but I'm using you as a pillow again.
That's okay.
Before
that's okay.
Ellie goes into dragon, she just makes sure that even if there's bigger paper still left, if that would be, she just grabs it and just takes it to burn at the next station.
I dangle a piece of the goblin jerky in front of Lily to wake her up.
Dispel the flame and go into the wagon.
Oh, I was literally just about to dispel the flame myself.
Oh no, she just fire her thing. Let's go.
And to the carriage we go.
Go in the carriage.
As you come up to the carriage, all you see is frickin' Bartholomew, Caitlin, myself, and Argo just sitting in the
Wait, Bartholomew's brewing tea in the back of the carriage?
Yes.
At no point said I entered the carriage because he's literally said, look in this direction and do nothing else. I'm like, okay.
I think we just put you into the carriage.
Okay, you look at me, Caitlin, and Argo, frickin' eating fudge because nobody was there whenever we were handing it out.
Jumping into the carriage.
I shout out to Bartholomew. Come on, get into the carriage.
In the carriage.
I'm too tired to lift my tail up.
Am I in the carriage? I don't know anymore.
Eldon just grabs him while he's watching and just puts
I just love this idea. Eldon goes up, picks up Bartholomew, and Bartholomew stands as solid as a rock, just constantly looking like getting carried away. I'm looking!
Wait. Bartholomew, how tall is your character?
Average human height? I can't remember how much.
So like 5.
Not only can he not remember that much, he didn't actually put a height on his character sheet, I don't think.
No, I didn't. I just went size, medium, and never bothered.
Since you're quite tired, Lucian will like basically reach his hand out to help you into the carriage.
No, Ellen holds him like this on the legs, so they're technically 11 feet tall now together. And she just puts him down.
Okay.
Climbs in. Puts him more in so he doesn't fall over. We can go.
So I'm going to ask, because I don't want to assume, are you continue going around the way you were, or are you turning the carriage around and going back where you came?
We're going back to Nasarek as far as I know.
Did we want to check something?
Have we figured out that the hooded figures are still here? Do we get
There's an army here?
There's an army
here.
That should be more than enough for us to know that they're around, and we should get the fuck out while we still can.
And you heard
we
what we
know that
heard.
an army's here. We just dealt with Alistair really pissed off that we didn't check in on him to let him know shit's going on. Okay, if we're heading back to Nazareth, does someone want to call him, I don't know, the one with the telepathic Bluetooth in their head?
I will certainly give it a try in the morning, okay? Well, it gets a little more... A little later.
Morning.
If the signal's not bad, I'll let you use my data roaming.
I will try to reach out to Alice
Eldon,
to let him know
lift
what's going
him
on.
up to give him a boost in signal.
Lift him up.
At this point, as you're all kind of like discussing about what's going on, setting off now, whatever, corner your eye, Bartholomew, notice a blackened figure in the sky, flapping wings, making its way in the direction of where this patrol was spotted. And it clearly, upon like looking directly at it, you see what looks like to you with your perception and dark vision the outline, basically. You can't tell any colours of, at the very least, 5 dragons flying in that direction.
Okay, then in the middle of me saying lift him up, I'll then just cut myself and be like, and you fuckers piss off. Just pointing directly at them.
So we are leaving now. We are leaving now.
We are leaving now.
I'm gonna plop my head on Lucian's shoulder and go back to bed.
I love this.
Yeah.
You fuckers piss off. We're going now. Yeah, sure, cool.
And Ellen would lean against Hard again and draw.
It's one of those things. Sabrina could care less because she had just closed her eyes and was starting to doze off, and then got woken up in Draconic.
I'm tempted to do something, but it's very risky.
Oh, God.
You don't attack them.
I'm not going to attack them.
That was my basic thought.
At
Watch
this
through
point,
their
Lucian's
eyes?
just gonna like reach over.
I want to look through one of their eyes.
Do
At this
it.
point, Lucian's gonna like reach a little over like the carriage since we're like sitting in front of each other and just go like a fist bump over to Hart. You know why, and you know why.
Give me an Arcana check, Bartholomew.
Okay.
I'm lost here.
Same.
Arcana. There we go.
Fist bump back.
So as one of Bartholomew's
17.
eye abilities is he think himself like a fine familiar to one of a creature a day, see through their eyes. With that, try, and as you feel the connection about to start establishing, breaks.
You gotta go faster.
At this moment, the rest of you see a small bit of blood down his.
Ooh.
Eldon's immediate reaction is cure wounds because she doesn't know what it is.
Bleeding stops.
Let's go.
I'll just sort of try to like reach out to Alistair to sort of
Pops the hound
let
next
him
to
know what's
Sabrina.
going on.
And about to bye.
We have the Draconic squad at the orders.
I was about to say, I just love this idea of what she's sitting there singing. It's like, rockabye Sabrina, run the treat. The rest of you singing.
I'm just gonna start playing along.
And I
with
get
it.
it. And I know exactly what being said, so this is funny as fuck.
I'm gonna play along with the rhythm a wee bit on the way.
I can just see.
Playing
It's
metal.
even better because that's a song in my head. Goodbye to me.
I can just see Shay curled up in Sabrina's tail, just kind of
Yes.
sitting there.
By the way, while the whole group is, we have the singer, we have the musicer, Eldon's leaning, and Eldon just closes her eyes and thinks.
Okay. What are you thinking about?
So basically sleeping.
Yeah, what you thinking about?
She starts to everything that happens, parts of the past, everything that happens. She cannot fall asleep, so she just tries to process her memories.
As you go to pro, roll me a flat. No specific check, just roll.
14.
14. Sitting there going through all that anxiety of your character, fear of what you may have caused, starts to come through slightly, and you watch your hand just start shaking slightly before you kind of clench your fist and hold it back. And I believe
Nice.
you're all getting the fuck out of there.
And we are
Yes.
getting the fuck out of here. The
Yes,
fuck
we're
out of
getting the
Dodge.
fuck out of Dodge.
That making back toward. Dawn. By the time like dawn is like approached, you're back towards the bridge. You're just getting over it. We're at the point where you'd normally be waking up if you'd like finished your camping. The people start waking up that fell asleep in the back and stuff.
I'm just gonna poke one eye open and see fucking Shay in my tail, like.
Like a
Turn it off,
child.
Anyone else doing anything specific?
Aldin just still clutches her hands.
Do
and
leave
does
some
this.
for other people.
No.
Card's
That is a
gonna
no.
continue- Card's gonna continue playing a lute, just counting
Excuse me.
music.
Be one of those
did I
moments.
succeed on filling Alistair in? Because I never got an answer on that.
You can't get in touch with him.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
That's
Alistair
gonna
can
be
take the
one of
call
those
if you want,
things
if you like,
where
believe it or
Sabrina
not.
So you
wakes
cannot-
up.
Snap the
I
phone.
still
she just
can.
doesn't
He's
move.
like, yes, at any time. What are you laughing about?
So everyone is like, I cannot get in touch with him. We have someone with the spell sending.
Yeah, it's almost like they forgot that.
That's why I said the Bluetooth.
Huh?
What, you gonna try a different way? You gonna email him instead?
No, the one that I can actually send direct messages over.
Ah, okay.
You know?
We were attempting to email him, gotcha.
So, does Eldon get informed that she may need to do the sending?
I'm
Yes.
guessing so, yeah.
Heather, I can read people's minds. So I read the mind of Lucian that says, yeah, I can't do this shit. I go over to Chaos Attack and go, can you send a message, please, to Alistair?
Cool.
Right, we're jumping up here.
About the army, right?
About the army that is literally
Yeah.
covering there, and the freaking metal men, and the fact that I got a full night's sleep would be appreciated.
And it's
Tell
not like
Alistair
you're
that I
following
slept.
you. 5 dragons in the sky, right?
Yep.
See, I was ready to launch an attack and then Doomy said 5.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My idiot's brain. Sorry to interrupt you, but we saw an army out of metal with 5 dragons earlier this morning. That's what she says.
Big metal army.
Big metal
5
army.
dragons. We're gonna die. LOL. Smiley face.
She
Got
sadly
the
cannot use
hell out of
emojis.
Dodge.
Yes, got the hell out of there.
Okay.
Big R had all the fudge.
That's nothing that he needs to know.
I don't know. Could be pissed off that you didn't get no fudge. I don't know.
He's already pissed off at me. Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm saying that you might have been pissed off that you got no fudge.
No,
You
Eldon
telling
doesn't
Alistair,
eat.
and he didn't give me no fudge.
The thing is, Eldon doesn't eat, so she doesn't care.
Just give me one while I make sure I get the right amount, because the sending back still at the same limit, doesn't it, of 25?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a god. He may be able to ignore the fucking sending thing.
Yeah,
He's a god. Just ignore it.
God, he
He's
can
a
probably
god.
override it.
You just you
appears
hear
in the-
back. Okay. Where you saw them would be nice to know. To know if it's where I already have men scoping out or not.
So,
More
what was
information,
the
grateful?
again? What was? what was
Rapture. It's in the region of Rapture on the right side of the lake.
Northwest.
We need spell check.
in the region of Rapture, on
East
the
northwest.
right side of
Northwest.
Like,
In the
Northwest.
swamp, in the
Northwest.
swamp area.
It's a swamp area.
Northeast, sorry, northeast.
Never eat shredded wheat.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's like people give different input.
It's the northeast side.
northeast,
Northeast,
swamp area,
swamp
Rapture
area.
area.
Rapture area.
I got northeast, right earlier.
Right.
and I-
You hear back, right, thank you. I do have...
Sorry, connection error.
I was about to say one name, and I'm like, no, it's not that name. So they're trying to remember my names now. Zorus. I do have Zorus stationed out there, keeping an eye. Next time you send message, can everyone not talk at once?
Instead is no, I should be the one talking, not anyone else.
Okay, he's gone. He got this.
He already has someone sent there.
Yes, hear back. I think I bypass your limits.
Not fuck, just...
I'm just reading the mind here whenever you're getting a response back, and I'm sitting there going, what a dick.
What a dick, he says to the guy that summoned him out of thin air.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah.
To the region of to Nazareth we go.
To Nazareth you go.
So you start going towards Nazareth.
If it's more than 4 hours, I will take a long rest.
Yeah, it's more than 4 hours. Once again, the chill starts coming about you all, and as you venture up further north, it's colder and colder to the point where the snow is coming down. And
I'm cold-blooded.
Yeah, you eventually reach a fork in the road. One saying to go straight will lead to a village as well as the city of Nazareth. And the one to your right will lead to Briggs Academy.
We should go to the academy.
Academy seems like a good idea.
Is that army going to the academy though?
And also, don't forget, the person you're looking for,
Isaac?
Edward.
Isaac.
Edward?
Edward.
Is that Isaac?
Yeah, Edward. He's in the village, like you were told.
I'm not being
Guys,
rude.
I vote that we go to the village and find an inn.
I'm not being rude. I need to go speak to Edward.
You can also see, like, kind of carved under these signs, by the way. Like you see, like, days scraped out. You see underneath, like, V scraped, and like 2 lines for an equal, and it says half day. You see C, day, and then on the other sign where it says academy, you see it scraped under there, 2 days.
Going to the village.
If these wolves are in trouble, or people like me, I want to go speak to Edward while we're up there. So...
I'm sure we can head to the academy after we've went to the village.
Oh, I'm not even taking anybody else's opinion here. I'm the one riding this fucking carriage.
How long is we travel?
So, it's about half a day's travel to the village, is what these... Like,
No, from where we were, how long have we traveled to get to here?
we've travelled about a good maybe 6 hours.
That's not good.
Yeah, Eldon puts up the hood before we go into the...
Here's a question, Dungeon Master. You said straight ahead is the village, and then
So,
to the
straight
right?
ahead, that path will lead to the village as well as the city. Path to your
Yeah.
right only leads to the academy.
Now, what's the third option?
To turn around.
You know, say there was 3 paths, like a fourth
No, so there's
road?
two paths. There's a fork in the road. One path leads to village and city. One path leads to academy. Underneath the sign of that leads to the village and city is a V carved with half day, city carved with as a C carved with 1 day, and on the academy sign it's carved with 2 days.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
that
so
way.
we're heading to the village.
But what I'm trying to work out in my head is, if that army is, and it's taken us 6 hours to go from there to here, we need to warn both of these simultaneously.
Don't you know? You never split the party.
I know, and I hate the suggesting it.
I am okay with splitting the party.
No, don't.
I
It's
know
not a
okay
bad
with splitting the
idea.
party.
I'm sorry,
am
but what
not-
happened last time when people were even left behind?
Yeah, I know, I did.
Shut the fuck up!
I have a question to ask Bartholomew here.
Yep.
In your training of, I'm going to let you decide this. In your training of being an Inquisitor, would your training have ever took you up here towards Nazareth? I'm letting you decide.
I don't know.
Roll a d20. Over a certain amount, you are hobbing if you're on
Well,
the
yes, evens no. I don't know.
It's up to you. You completely make your own decision about your character sheet. Like, for example, like I've stated this before while you're deciding, I've not ever stopped you guys from like saying, hey, so we kind of need to do something, like maybe like get to find a real good guy to maybe sort out some weapons for us. And then one of you could easily go, I know a guy. I'm not stopping you from making your own NPCs type shit and things like that. This is ND. It's your story, your backstory. You decide who you know and who you don't and what they do.
Technically, my
Even yes, odd no.
backstory has to be more like the
Yeah,
city is
I
back.
just put that up as a suggestion.
Oh, okay. So you've never been up here. Okay, no problem.
So, here's my question on that, Lumi. Since I actually had to go outside of Draconia to find Lilu, would I have ever made it up this way?
Outside Draconia? That Draconia is a whole other region.
You mean Tarragon?
Or Tarragon, sorry.
No, because to find Lilu, so if you look at the map and you see the big city of Tarragon in the middle of the mountains, travel the mountains, that's where all the eggs are kept, inside the mountains of Tarragon. You had left the city, but you were looking in the mountain.
Okay.
When we're talking about specifically looking for Lilu.
So yeah, well, I suppose we're not getting a choice because Lolar already said he's driving the carriage and this is the way we're going.
I mean, the thing is, if the idea of splitting the party while he's driving, there's nothing stopping you going, right, well, you just go and do that, we're going to go towards the academy and then jump off.
I know, but it's such a bad idea.
If the party gets split, I will split. I'm okay with it, but if the party doesn't want to get split, I don't care.
It's in the backseat, them fighters fighting hardy.
I mean, if anything, it's just another session of shit happening. So, I say we just stick to going to the village.
And we go to the village.
Okay.
See ya, Eldon. Put up.
Okay. So, you all make your way towards the village. It's...
Can I change what I said earlier? I just looked at the map and realized he would have been around this area if he was looking for his sister, knowing that she was around the lake.
Okay, yeah, sure. And in that case, being in the Nazareth area, you've probably made it to the city. You know how the city will, as the higher ups in there, like there's some mages and sorcerers and stuff specifically in the city, and they have a direct teleport link to the academy.
Yeah. Even better.
Even better.
I am literally searching out the teleport link instantly.
Well, I mean, I said Bartholomew knows it. Bartholomew's not said it yet.
Yeah.
True.
Whenever I
Well,
find
we've
out
been
that
sitting
information.
We've been
Guys,
sitting
you know what
here
Lumi just
thinking-
said? Imagine Bartholomew saying it.
Lazy roleplay. I take away your inspiration.
I did that last time. I'm taking a break.
I
this
cast exposition.
What's that do?
So, we've been traveling 6 hours. We left the first light.
Yep.
Which makes it, what, 6 a.m. by the time we get there?
By the time you reach there, it's not quite...
What time
Evil.
is it?
On the fork in the road.
Hello, what time is
Oh, by the
it?
time the fork in the road, yeah, we've been traveling for 6 hours.
Yeah,
You would have
so-
left about, say, 4 or 5 is when you set off.
So it's about 11 o'clock in the morning at the minute. And it's taken us, what, half a day, you said?
It'll take about half a day.
to get to the village.
So we will get there at evening. So find it
Yeah.
in. You can
Like,
sleep.
like say, I was about to say, it's not evening to the point where, like, you need to sleep right now. It's evening to the point where it's like, it's late.
Yeah, it's like dinner time. But, yeah, okay.
We want to find an inn and get something to eat, deal.
Somewhere preferably warm, please.
We'll go to, we'll go and find an inn.
And
Maybe
what
some.
sort of village we go?
As you, like, the carriage pulls up and you start coming in towards the village. Everyone that is out and about is giving you all these weird looks. And you hear some mumblings and stuff like, I know they're in the snow, right? Like, they're all clearly looking you up and down like you are not dressed for warmth.
I'm also cold-blooded, so this
Yeah.
shit actually is like...
To put it in the best way possible, it's a similar look you give to someone you see wearing t-shirt and shorts in the middle of winter. You're like, what the fuck, you weirdo?
I have fur. I'm pretty cold. I'm pretty warm most of the time.
Trevor, essentially, the looks that we give Nathan whenever it's fucking
Yeah,
cold as shit.
yeah, I know.
Hold on.
I can just
I
imagine
am the
this.
one who walks out in shorts. I am the one who walks the dog outside with 4 feet of snow on the ground in shorts.
Then you
So-
are a weirdo.
Yeah, so in that case, you probably very well know what these looks feel like. That's what it feels like right now.
Basically, it's the look I give Nathan.
Yeah, it's you're either one or two people. You know how to do the look, or you know how to receive the look.
By the way,
I can just imagine.
Frogs.
I can just imagine everyone in the party just like, why are we getting looked at like this? You know, I'm in my nice coat. He has fur. She's cold-blooded. Then we look over at Argo, just freezing to death in metal. I'm like,
guys, I'm fine. I swear.
Sabrina is cold-blooded. The cold hurts her.
Yeah, it's warm blood to do well in the cold.
Trying.
oh yeah.
She's physically trying to get as
then you look
close
over at
to
Lucian, which is
Lucian
By
as
the way,
possible.
Elden
Shaking.
her elven cloak and she's
Lucian's
wrapped
got a
around
nice scarf.
Sabrina.
But she's also trying to focus all her warmth into her tail to keep Shay warm.
By the way, Kitten, you see that Elden takes off her cloak and just wraps it around you. So you have now a coat on.
Libby, in the text.
She's
chat,
just
that's me
gonna
right now.
kind of like bundle up in it and get like
Oh, I can see.
pretty much on top of Lucian at this
I
point.
just want it back later.
I'm gonna try and find.
Light a mic when we found the inn and you can go in.
Not gonna lie, guys, my cloak's slowly changing to white, just to let you know.
I'm
Book
gonna
out,
look for.
taking notes. Close the spokesper's book away.
Because my cloak changes.
This is just how I see that going down. Here's a cloak to keep you warm. Don't worry, I want it back later. Once we find some warmth, I definitely want that back later. Yeah.
As soon as the dawn breaks tomorrow, I'll go look for a shop to find something warmer.
Are we in the area now?
I could hear this.
Suitable garments.
I could literally hit everyone up right now, but it might scare literally everyone in the city.
The thing is, the dwarves live up and by the snowy peaks. I'm already dressed for this shit.
I'm naturally dressed for it.
What we don't know is we were sweating this whole time while we were down south.
Yep.
You.
And Lucian's pretty much built like a Viking. He can take the cold.
So you all get off the carriage, make your way towards the inn. Some people, like as you're making your way towards the door, you see them open the door. You're like, getting in, like wanted to get you out the cold.
I would not go in.
My
I
coat
would
is
just
dipped up.
grab my coat and sit back.
One of the things that, as you enter the inn, the first thing you notice is sitting there in the middle of the room, having a laugh with everyone, is this big, muscle-like man with very unique features of woven claws, fur growing over, clearly shaped as a man though, like mutton chops and stuff. Half wolf, half man.
Shifter.
And that is where we're going to end today's session.
That is going to be
we still got 10
someone I
minutes.
definitely know.
We still have 10 minutes.